Hello. Sorry. Had for those of you who are in the replay game and you see that entrance cut short, I'm doing something wrong here. Make sure I'm in the right section. I don't know. StreamYard is ever changing, so uh, I do apologize for that. Um, yeah, but all of you, thank you for being here. Uh, okay, yeah, just make sure everything is working. I'm not quite sure if I want. Hold on one second. Let's see. Just bear with me one moment. The hell is going on? Yeah, I'm quite sure I don't want that color. Maybe StreamYard. I'm thinking maybe StreamYard changed some things, switched some things around here and there. I don't like that. Okay, well, we're just gonna move forward. Let's get a background going. Yeah, there we go. So what's good, everybody? Hit the like button on the way in, and we gonna talk about a little bit of this political hysteria that I've been seeing in the media. Been just hearing some crazy stuff. So what's good, Art Stall? Um, thank you all for being here once again. So just bear with me, just one moment. Just want to look a couple things up. Uh, all right, so actually looking for a story about an ex murderer. All right, let me. Yeah, so how's everybody's week been? I had a busy week, you know how that is. Trying to maintain. Um, Again, shout out to the replay gang. Shout out to the live chat. Those of you, who are here, and obviously there's somebody watching. You know, I don't get thousands of views, but you know the fact that I get over 200 or 300, that's a win for this channel. This channel is also still slowly growing. So all of the new subscribers that have just decided to embark upon this journey that we call Black Men Being Brutally Honest, you know, I just want to make sure that it's worth it for you guys. Oh, here we go. Here we go. All right. So, just gonna go ahead and warn you guys, for those of you who are restrictive in your thinking, this might not be the channel for you because I don't know. I don't want to hop on the bandwagon and just start jumping on groups of people just because we now have a president elect that has been releasing a series of vignettes and videos talking about what he's gonna do, and um you know, some of us believe it, some of us don't. I think the last time I was on the air, I tried to make an argument against what Chaos Rain was saying, but Chaos Rain is a cool guy, but he has a tendency to be dismissive of something that's in front of you. So I don't want that. I don't want that to be misconstrued by anyone. But it's just kind of like with our people. You know, we tend to lean more toward the doubtful than the truthful. And I'm not saying by any stretch of the imagination that Donald Trump is 100% truthful, because this. I just feel as if he's more of a politician now than he was, uh, during his first presidency. And what do politicians do? Politicians lie. So, uh, yeah. But I'm gonna start off in a very dark place with this one. Marcus Romero Productions. What's going on? Oh, we had Phil Brad here also as well. I don't know if I shouted you out, brother. Uh, but anyway, let me go ahead and present this screen. Let's see. Well, also music. I think this would be perfect for this story. Please hit the like button on the way in. All right, there we go. Yeah, I'm gonna talk about a few things that surrounding the selection. I know many of you are probably tired of people talking about the election, but I don't know if you've heard me talk about it enough. I did talk about that white dude Harris. I hope whoever watching had a chance to check out that video. Um, when I do content, and I haven't been very consistently, but you know, thanks for all of you who are still watching and bearing with me through this process. Uh, yeah, I like to do short, uh, edited, pre-recorded videos for upload and live streams such as this. So I want you to read the headline on this, which we already got this little 4B movement thing going on, and that shit's crazy because that's only making sex workers happier. So, I mean, shit. Uh, but this shit right here is insane. I will never be disappointed enough in something to actually, kill someone over it. So this headline reads: Wife of prominent trans writer hacked father to death with ice axe after Trump's election night victory. Cops. Wow. And this person was a space rocket program manager. Like, what the fuck is that? I mean, I'm sure it's a position that I'm just gonna highlight that right here. Space rocket program manager. Um, yeah, I'm sure that's a title of very much importance, but they're obviously falling short of psychological evaluations of the employees and their management. Said butchered her father with an ice axe on election night after a breakdown following President-elect Donald Trump's victory, and was found smiling and clapping and covered in her loved one's blood. Cops said Corey Burke considered the bloody rampage in which he allegedly strangled, bit, and hacked her 67-year-old father in the $800,000 Seattle home they shared an act of liberation, charging documents alleged. What? See, I mean, is always this grass is greener on the other side, mentality that everyone has. She was able to live in an $800,000 house. I'm just gonna say she's just plain evil. I'm not gonna use the mentally ill card. Look at the screen right here. I'm not gonna do like I said last week. Like I said about the sex worker that Donald Trump is accused of misgivings, according to some book. I'm not gonna do that poor white woman. I'm not gonna give her. I'm just gonna say this is the face of evil. Her name is Corey Burke. This is the one who hacked her father with an ice axe. Because Donald Trump won, and you know why people do shit like this. And some of you out there may disagree. I don't give a shit, but hey, um, I mean, it is what it is. People have differences of opinions from me, so I should not say stuff like I don't give a shit. Just that if this is triggering you because I am providing such information, then I don't give a shit. Otherwise, but anyway, yeah, face of evil right here. Spoiled little girl, $800,000 house. Let me ask you a question, guys. Are you looking around and you see yourself sitting in the middle of an $800,000 house? Oh, she's struggling so bad. I'm sure when she gets pissed off and wants to put her fist in the air for feminism, she can go to the other side of the house away from her 67-year-old dad. But, the problem is she probably couldn't convince her father that it was the right thing to do to, you know, to go ahead and vote for Kamala Harris. See, my problem with the people who support the Democrats, and this may not be all of you guys. I'm sure there are some sane and rational ones out there. Is that you guys are creating some monsters, and here you go. You thought that it was always supposed to be the conservatives, and no doubt, there are monsters on both sides because everybody loves their little stupid whataboutisms and straw man arguments, but will never take or give accountability to to themselves and the things they support. So yeah, this is not a Republican right here. This is a Democrat, a Democratic voter. This is a liberal, leftist, an extreme leftist, because she felt like she had to gruesomely and brutally murder her dad. Ray Hama was good. Yeah. Sorry you had to walk in and I had to give you a pretty ugly picture of what goes on in life. And Forever Blessed was good. Gruesomely. So let's read a little bit about the space rocket program manager. She butchered her father with an ice axe on election night after a breakdown following President-elect Donald Trump's victory, and was found smiling and clapping and covered in her loved one's blood, cops said. Corey Burke considered the bloody rampage in which she allegedly strangled, bit, and hacked her 67-year-old father to $800,000 Seattle home they shared an act of liberation, charging documents allege. Burke, 33, is a training program manager at Blue Origin, Jeff Bezos' spacecraft company. According to Amazon, Jeff Bezos, by the way, according to her LinkedIn, and is married to prominent transgender writer Samantha Leigh Allen. Public record show. There it is. Because if you haven't been following the news, President Trump is like I said, come out president-elect. Well, president, whatever you want to call him. Trump has released a series of videos, and in one of them says that that woke shit is out of here, basically. Changing many policies and starting investigations into drugs that are puberty and hormone blockers, and basically lazily lead kids along when it comes to stuff like that. It's just it's officially out of here. Now, whether you want to debate on that, whether that's right or wrong or not, I'm a believer in natural processes, which is I'm leaning more toward the J.K. Rowling, Dave Chappelle position, and I don't think I've ever been afraid to say anything like that before. But it shouldn't have to be shoved in anybody's face. If you want someone to respect your beliefs, you have to respect everyone else's beliefs. And the fact of the matter is it just this is that brutal honesty that I try to convey whenever I do these live streams. No one has to like you. No one has to like you. This person right here doesn't or have ever needed to like someone like me. I don't have to like this person, whatever the fuck you are. I try to be more in the defense of black men, so to speak. But I don't know, man. I mean, for some of us, I know who the real ones are. Like an art, but it's just like some of these other niggas. I swear. But anyway, let's see. Let's see. Look at this bullshit right here. Uh, I mean, I can say bullshit because she hacked up her father over a fucking election. Alan is an author of the. Okay. Let's read ahead. All right. So, I'll probably put the link to this article in the description after I get off the air. Burke had been upset about the election and knew Trump would handily beat Vice President Kamala Harris when she allegedly snapped. Apparently, when her father, Timothy Burke, refused to turn off the lights. What? Yeah, I mean, you can't expect the logic of a crazy person to ever make sense, So, she then went upstairs, grabbed an ice pickaxe, tripped her father, choked, and bit him on the floor. I'm sure he was shocked at what was going on. Like at this point, once the first injury started, the bleeding started. He's like, this little bitch has gone crazy. I'm sure, and struck him repeatedly with the blunt and sharp ends of the tool. Police said, like, God, because of an election. Burke sat down next to her father and watched him die, then smashed all the windows in the house in what she described as an act of liberation. Officers reported. Feminism. That's that feminism they talk about. I mean, there's crazy people, there's violent people, there's stupid people in every movement. And in every movement, even whatever I'm doing over here, it not so much the YouTube channel as far as the Facebook group, it is there always going to be misguided individuals in each movement. So I didn't say the feminism part to blanket the whole movement, blanket whatever women and whatever men, especially if you watch the Black Men Summit, BT Black Men Summit that just happened, which was completely futile. There was plenty of feminism on that program right there. So I'm not blanking at all, painting all feminism with this violent brush. But what she thought she was doing was feminism. She thought she was doing what was right because a very extremely evil man was elected president. I'm just being facetious there. Hey, reigning woman, what's good? What is good? Reigning woman, everybody. When the cops arrived, they found Burke clapping because she was so happy. Okay. Oh, look at that. Look at that. That's that woke love right there. They so woke. Burke has worked at and lived with her father in a house in South Seattle. Yeah. Burke has worked at Blue Origin for about 5 years, according to her LinkedIn page, and lived with her father in a house in South Seattle. See, that's when they come out with all them programs on television and on Netflix about the fathers that take care of their daughters, but the daughters still hate them. That kind of shit. Burke told police that she had a strained relationship with her father without strong boundaries that had left her feeling hyper-focused and disorganized. Probably trying to have them social media conversations with her 67-year-old dad. Like, he probably said, I don't feel like this shit. Dad, why are you voting for Donald Trump? He's like the Antichrist. Oh, it's like, no, I don't feel like having this because this is a stupid conversation. What the hell are you talking about? Shit. Man, say, like, seriously. She later described the dispute with her father over the lights. Eventually, whispering, "I killed him" to one officer. Oh God, they can make a horror movie out of this shit. Oh, let me read the paragraph before that. When officers arrived, she came out of the house with her hands up and blood smeared on her face. But she said she didn't have any idea where the blood came from or who had smashed the window. Yeah, I told y'all, man. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. See, this is a product of Gloria Steinem and Dorothy Pittman Hughes. No. Oh, wait a minute. Like I said, I ain't gonna paint all of feminism and feminists with this brush, but I mean, I'm sure before this, if you would have walked up to either one of them and asked them that they were feminists, it'll probably be a resounding yes, and they probably would yell in your face with that stank breath of theirs, yes. So yeah, so this girl saw that it was the right decision because her daddy, because well, it doesn't even say that he voted for Donald Trump. I'm just assuming he did because she felt the need to kill him. I mean, I don't think she would have killed her father. He'd have voted for Kamala Harris if he was one of those white dudes for Harris or something like that. It's, I'm sorry somebody got hurt over this, but I will tell you why this kind of shit happens. So I think I've expressed the craziness of the story right here. There they go. There they go. It's just those are the face of sane people. Evil Strad Goblin. Yeah, told you. Uh Yeah, man. Let me tell you why this shit right here is happening. Like shit, right? Like the 4B movement. I mean, which I don't give a damn about the 4B movement. And I mean, shit. It's just that it's some shit to laugh at when you are a motherfucker that observes social media and see what it can do to people. What like forums that allow regular people, and when I say regular people, I mean the ones that haven't been chosen by the mainstream legacy media. They tend to see to make themselves into characters, people they wouldn't normally be without that, kind of exposure. And I do admit that that kind of mentality might be more local than you think. And for um so they become what the person would call in 2024 an activist. And what happened is this kind of infected, a bunch of facets of society, such as, for instance, yeah, like your television and media, which has widespread impact and influence on the minds of society. Yeah, and whether you want to admit it or not, like I don't really watch most TV, but when I do watch TV and when I look at social media, it's like a lot of talking points I see off mainstream television. I see regurgitated on social media as far as using it in a debate and such, and it just it's kind of wild because some of these people on TV be saying the dumbest shit. Like I ain't gonna lie to you, it's like we relied on these people for so many years to be the smart ones, to be the ones that have the journalistic integrity. Places like CNN and MSNBC, but this election season, it was despicable. And see, I saw shit like this coming back in 2016. Like it's just like when they turned on each other during the primaries, and then when I speak of the Democrats, I'm not speaking of it doesn't mean that I'm speaking well of the Republicans, because the Republicans are batshit crazy, but when you got people actually, and influence actually producing people like this young monster that hacked up her father over the election. And I'm not making a big deal out of this too much, but if let's say, for instance, if one black guy went out to a New York subway and shots at some people, did not necessarily kill them, but shot at some people, guess what? What they're going to do is they're going to do an investigation and they're going to find out he has a YouTube channel. And then they're going to wonder who he's been talking to see if there's more people like him. So if you're holding people, like, okay, here's what I'm trying to say. And this is for these dummies local to this space that always bring up the first crazy nigga and say that he's a part of the Black Manosphere. So if you can make that kind of connection, if you can say some guy that's not a fucking millionaire with a YouTube channel can have that kind of influence and reach to make some young man out there get the idea to hurt or kill someone, why is it that the mainstream media, who makes people fucking hysterical, because see, the operative word in this case is Trump. If anybody's been paying attention to the mainstream media and they're like a staunch Democrat that watches CNN or MSNBC, you would think that Trump was like, I don't know, he's the guy that's right like a step above the Antichrist. This is how evil they've made this man out to be. And, you know, I'm not singing his praises, but I don't think it's as bad. I'm sorry. I don't think it's as bad as the mainstream media makes him out to be. It's just like, you know, it's a lot of evil shit going on. And people ain't opened up their eyes enough to even see it. And when they hear from somebody like me, hey, you know, they're going to call me crazy. But let me tell you something. That legacy media shit is dying. You know why? Because it's creating crazy fucking people like this. Oh, I can be what I want to be. If I feel like I'm a fucking giraffe, I can go to, you know, a government, sign some papers, and you got to recognize me as a fucking that shit's crazy. Somebody need to say that shit's crazy. And allowing people to throw themselves off their balance, have them thinking that it's okay to hack up their parents because of a fucking election. Like, damn. This is that serious. So we got Shatterstar Games in the building. We got RPM. We got Coffee Nino, Narratives and Dialogue. We got Judge Dre. So, like, my point is this. If you can arrest Frank James and then all these dumbasses can sit up there, oh, the Black Manosphere, oh, the FBI's gonna rain and drop ha-has on y'all motherfuckers' heads. If they can say that, then why can't the mainstream media be accountable for creating, what's her name? Corey Burke. They said we were going to do this shit. We were going to do this to young men, make young men angry enough to go out on violent killing rampages. But they got women shaving their fucking heads, swearing off men, and, you know, thank God, now we know where all the crazy bitches are at. I mean, I'm not in that world anymore, you know, but I mean, all you guys that can do that and will do that, hey, they cleared out some of the crazy, so you got more of a chance to land someone that's halfway, you know, sane. Shoot. So we will not have babies until we get our rights back. What rights did you lose? None. I mean, this happened, 2 years ago? Roe v. Wade. Now all of a sudden the presidential election, they just they losing their fucking minds. I mean, shit. Let me tell y'all a couple things. You know, I know how much that some of y'all hate stats and percentages. CNN, Cable News Network, Crying Negroes Network, Crying for these hoes. Okay. Ever since the election, their ratings have dropped by 50%. MSNBC, I think the same thing has happened. And they're laying off employees, they're canceling shows, they're firing, people who usually speak or something like that because they have no more use for them. They have no more use for them. You guys failed. Your girl didn't get elected. You're all about to get fired. Van Jones, Bakari Sellers, Donna Brazil. She left a while back. So I mean, I mean, all of you, y'all about to go, and you know where they're going. Cause I tell you one, I tell you one of them right now, Don Lemon. You know what these guys are gonna do as a way of trying to save their brand? They're going to podcast. You know what the mainstream media said? They said that the podcasts were the problem. You know what? If Kamala Harris got elected, you know what she was going to do? You know what the Democratic Party was going to do? They were going to censor your asses. Yep, that's what they were going to do. Hillary Clinton was already pushing for it. And you don't think the Clintons and the Obamas didn't have any kind of influence in the Democratic Party in the present day, you have lost your mind. Biden's brain wasn't right. So you had the Obamas, you had Harris. Shoot. Like, I believe, you know, in a sense that we've already seen a Kamala Harris presidency. That's why things are the way they are. People talk about we have the best economy in years. You know why we got the best economy in years? You know, just by the Biden administration doing, because there's a lot of people that go around and say that. It's because that Americans are paying more just to live than we ever have in years. So they're getting our money. Yes, it's going back into the economy, but they keep flushing it elsewhere. And people got tired of that. They already had a new Department of Misinformation ready to go. Trump put a stop to that shit. Trump put a stop to that shit because it's like the one thing that I did like that he said, well, we're gonna do something about this censorship. Now, I still don't trust it because, you know, due to our history, especially for me, from my upbringings in Montgomery, Alabama, it's hard for me to trust white folks. You know, I just don't go all in. And I know for some black men, it is as easy as a white man fucking a black woman. See, look at all the niggas that voted for Kamala Harris. You know, you'll take in white men as easy as that, or, you know, white people in general. But, you know, I don't exactly trust. But I mean, I have to now. I mean, he's the president. I've called everybody president who has been voted into that position. Shoot. So if we are basing everything on what somebody said, and this is what this is all about. This is about all this political hysteria is about. This is why you might feel a victory if you supported and voted for President-elect Donald Trump. Yeah. So you might feel this is a victory. No, we have to wish whatever the situation is the best. But I'll tell you what, I don't believe it the way the mainstream media says it. And this is why a lot of people say that they hate this is why a lot of people say they hate the internet. It's because it's because like the internet is forever. It's like they can't just show something to you on TV and then bury it and then say something else because we have very short memories. What the internet does is refresh your memory. If they say something on one position one time, they can't hide it when they switch up their position. Then they're known as a flip flopper. Shoot, and that'll turn people off. Let's see. Let me see. We can look up some YouTube stuff. Let me stop the screen share. So, I mean, If you guys, let's see. Okay, yeah. I know what I want to discuss now. Uh, Joy Reid. Uh, Joy Reid. Joy Reid and this Dr. Amanda Calhoun. I guess they were on her show talking, and they started to discuss being with your family members for the holidays, and basically, should you avoid your family members that voted for Trump? And Doctor was okay with it. Let me see if I can find that clip. Stop being lazy. Let me stop. Share it. Remove that. So, long story short, she's telling people it's okay to not want to be around their family members, or to even imply to cut their family members off if they voted for Donald Trump, because if you voted for Donald Trump, you voted against women's rights. Which I think is pretty lame and whack. But hey, Joy Reid. Let me see if I can find that clip. Joy Reid. Dr. Amanda Calhoun. Okay. Okay, yeah, there it is. It's that's a Sky News. No, we don't need Sky News. Okay. Yeah, because we often sit here and talk about how we're supposed to support each other as black folks, especially with the whole thing is like when you speak negatively about anything a black woman has done, you're being put at risk of being called some type of sexist, misogynist, or they say you hate women, or they question your sexuality or whatever. uh Joy Reid was born in 1968, which would imply she's had enough time in this country to have the actual black experience. But I believe both of her parents are Nigerian, so they don't share in the same. So that would make her sort of what people refer to as a tether. Amanda Calhoun. I mean, I'm not gonna make any judgments on her. I mean, about she probably is a cat lady or something like that. Or she got degrees on the wall, no husband, no kid. I don't know that. I don't know her. Uh, so, but I want y'all to listen to what she has to say. Is the music double playing in the background? Because I'll cut the music off. Yeah, that's what I'll do. I cut the music off. So yeah, Jory need to go find a hairline. Yeah, Black Light Revelations too. What's good? It's good, Rob. Mordecus, what's going on? Yeah, yes, the music is double playing. Yeah, it's like every time I share the screen, it double plays. So I'm just gonna cut it off for now. Uh, I wish StreamYard would fix that. But anyway, here we go. Let's just listen to what these two strong, independent sisters have to say about the holidays, and if your family member voted for Trump, which is something I'm gonna have to face. I'll tell you guys all about it.
And someone voted that way, do you recommend, just from a psychological standpoint, being around them? We got the holidays coming up.
So I love that you asked this question because, there is a push, I think just a societal norm that if somebody is your family, that they are entitled to your time. And I think the answer is absolutely not. So if you are going into a situation where you have family members, where you have close friends who have voted in ways that are against you, like what you said, against your livelihood, and it's completely fine to not be around those people and to tell them why.
If you're ready to restore your
Uh, okay. So what do you think of that? If you are a if you voted for Donald Trump, your family members deserve to give you the middle finger. Uh, DJ B side 1965. Greetings, Big K. Joy Reed's father is from the Congo and her mother's from Guyana. Like you said, Joy was born in USA. Yeah, 1968. Yeah. Uh, LMAO, where's the influence tricking them into feminism? We was tricked. My family had a very interesting time with each other once they found out who voted for who. LOL. But it was nothing on I'll never speak to you again tip. I mean, yeah, they're gonna have to huff and puff, man. Shit, that's all there is to it. All there is to it. But I mean, being a doctor of Yale University and you get on TV in front of possibly millions of people and say this shit is the reason why no one trusts the mainstream media anymore. And people are gonna be coming to us because y'all on that mainstream media getting paid all that money to say stupid shit that no one cares about anymore. You could have told um you could have shit reading these comments, I'm sorry. uh Say I thought lefties and Democrats was supposed to be about yeah, exactly. They were supposed to be the party of unity, the party of togetherness, the party of joy, the 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 tolerant left, as they call them. Yeah, they're so tolerant. They love everybody. They accepting of everyone, no matter what your sexuality is, no matter what your race and what's your gender, except for if you are a heterosexual black man or a heterosexual white man, or for that matter, any woman that doesn't agree with them in their feminist in ways and such. Me cut all my hair. And Joy Reid is married. Joy Reid is married. I think she's married to a black man. Yeah. So whoever that black man is, hey man, you probably deserve a trophy bigger than your entire body. I'm just gonna tell you that right now. And for this woman right here to be a doctor at Yale University, as long as she's at Yale University, when my daughter gets old enough and she's still there, I would not want my daughter to go to Yale. I mean, it's a prestigious school, but if it produces people like this, then hell no. Don't hang out with your family because, we believe CNN propaganda and shit. It's just that for everything that they have said about Donald Trump, they lost to him. They lost. You know why? Because of this fucking mentality right here. So if you are panicked, if you feel like hacking your dad up because Donald Trump won, you need to be blaming people like this. Yeah, they played this clip on The View. If you watch The View and you take those ladies seriously, like we like to, I like dissenting points of view over here. I don't expect everybody to agree. I don't expect this to be an echo chamber. So for anybody who doesn't feel welcome here, I don't understand why. Maybe because of a couple of panelists here and there, but be focused on me. I'm just saying. But could I take being on a panel on The View? I would probably piss all of them off at the same time. I have that effect on people. I have that effect on family members. I have that effect on friends. I haven't exactly displayed it here on YouTube too much, you know. Maybe I'll get that opportunity one day. But yeah, it will be a very hard thing to do, I would say. It's like they espouse so much bullshit. I'm not saying that because they're women, you know, because of sexism and misogyny. Because they actually believe it was sexism and misogyny that you know, lost them the race. And then they always put out that little bullshit disclaimer. You know, we don't, you know, when they talk to an opposing person or somebody who probably wants to offer a counterpoint, excuse me, they probably say, well, you know, I'm not going to doubt the existence of sexism and misogyny. But shit, that, you know, the top two issues was the economy and immigration. And Kamala Harris didn't make a strong enough case to say she was going to do something about that. But then you got ladies on The View, like Sunny Hostin, who is in incredible shape, by the way. But, you know, you probably couldn't stand being around her for too long. No, I couldn't. And I mean, like, not like I ain't gonna hop on her head like everybody else does. I mean, she does it to herself. In her view, imagine this coming from any woman that's in this country. Kamala Harris lost because of sexism and misogyny, you know, and she's having help spreading that word. Even the Reverend Al Sharpton, you know, he wants to go to Joe Scarborough and throw black men under the bus. People love throwing black men under the bus. But I'm saying we're not perfect as black men. Of course we're not. You know, I'm not gonna sit up there and, you know, just, hey, yay, black men, you know, you're to blame for nothing. You know, there's quite a few things that black men are to blame for. You know, for starters, you know, most Democratic voters who are scared of their wives and their mothers and their girlfriends enjoyed being sunned by Barack Obama. Yes, most black men who voted for Kamala Harris, and I'm not, you know, knocking you. You can vote for who you want, but I mean, shit, most of those guys are what I just said they were. Sorry. You know, they scared of women like Joy Reid and Dr. Amanda Calhoun. Yeah. Oh, you mean to tell me I don't have to go to my family member because they might have voted for Trump? It's okay for me to feel that way? Because if I do, I might get an ice pickaxe and hack that motherfucker. Like, come on now. Andre 420, Shaka Nulu, Nick Taylor, what's good? Yes, Joy Less is married. Tolerant is the absurdity of the lies. Yeah, they're the tolerant left. They accept everyone. They love everyone, no matter who you are, with a few exceptions. And the group they're most bitter toward is the people who don't necessarily align with their political views. You are the fucking devil if you don't champion what they virtue signal about. You know, they start wishing death on you. Shit. I hope you die because you think differently than me. You know, you are a fucking jerk. Like, boy, some of the shit on Instagram and TikTok that I've seen now that people believe that it's okay to talk about it now, boy, they are a crazy bunch of people. And, you know, like I said, people like to bring up these straw mans when you start talking about people like this. Well, not necessarily Joy Reid. I mean, she's mentally cuckoo. And I mean, like, the rest of the world is literally is roasting her. They're roasting her. They're roasting The View. They're roasting the people who are supposed to be the credible news sources, like CNN and MSNBC. I noticed they're not roasting Fox News, even though Fox News still, like, but let me tell you this for people who voted for Donald Trump. And I think I've expressed this, you know, and I'm saying this as a person that has done this myself. Don't exactly trust white men just yet. Don't do it just yet. These guys may seem cool now, but I mean, but it's just like, but for me, having to check out things for myself and then have a completely different point of view from what everybody else is saying, all I'm saying is this: the hysteria is caused by people who are on TV and are able to say this kind of shit every chance they get. Not just with the whole family thing, but it's just what they've been saying for the past year, the past 2 years, the past 4 years, the past 5 years. That wagging the finger at black men, that didn't start with Obama. That didn't start with Obama. That started with people like James Clyburn. It'd be black people or black men. I don't need nothing for my vote. I just want to feel good. Like I said, we are the movie Monsters Ball. Black voters are Halle Berry, and the Democratic Party is Billy Bob Thornton. Shit. I had to get out of that shit. But I mean, it's the main, like I said, all of this hysteria, all saying all this bullshit, and I can come up with so many other examples of this. In fact, let me go through the comments and let me see if I can. Andre is asking for a link. And I mean, like this, let me tell you something. I don't completely blame mainstream media for the gender hysteria, but for them to add to it by saying that it's sexism, it's misogyny, the finger wagging at black men, which has been a constant for really decades, but it's gotten stronger recently. That really back when Biden first got elected. So for Obama to do it like the way he did it, he definitely fanned the flames on it, and then after that, it was just a bombardment of the shit, especially by celebrities, and it's because like guys like Jermaine Dupri, guys like Ricky Smiley, of course we mentioned DL Hughley, who hasn't said a fucking thing, by the way, since Trump got elected. Even people like Willie D, who is a content creator. Like, they think they're our fucking leaders. Those guys are your leaders. If you're a black man and you're listening to this show and you listen to any other show on YouTube, they think that they are your leader. Those celebrity guys that were shaming you, like Wendell Pierce, black men, you got to do this. You got to vote for Kamala. Stop being sexist. Shoot. They think they are our leaders. Barack Obama, especially. Barack Obama was president. So it's still safe. As proper etiquette, you can still call him President Obama. Some black folks say our forever president. That's why he believes that he can just come in and say whatever the fuck he want, and then black men just gonna be in lock and step. That motherfucker thinks he's Mr. Satan from Dragon Ball Z. If I tell you to raise your hands up in the air to save the planet, you are going to raise your hands up in the air. But see, the problem with that is this is reality, and this is not the cartoon. Well, not cartoon, the anime Dragon Ball Z. Shoot, Barack Obama, you have lost your touch, bruh. 2008, I was excited. 2024, man. Did I shout out New? I saw New up in here. Was good. Sonny is the gift that keeps on giving. She should see. Yeah, Sonny hosting, because it's like every time she say some crazy shit, she try to follow it up with a virtue signal. As a person of color, as a woman, I have to say that, I have to stand on morals with this. I mean, Jesus Christ. And she was like these ridiculous and crazy black men and Cuban men. I was like, oh boy. It's like they all like get on Zoom calls or they're all on an email list. Hey, please emphasize to the black men that they must vote for Kamala Harris or they're sexist and misogynist. I mean, they're reading out the same playbook. I mean, they probably go to like seminars and shit. They sit in the same room. You know, they probably got Barack Obama coming in there in some kind of druid garb and talking to them and saying, hey, you better tell those black men to do the right thing for us. You know, and then nobody in there is saying, what about white men and Hispanic men? Better yet, white women. Like you said, Sonny is a gift that keeps on giving. She should be seeking a therapist now. She's probably blaming herself for taking Kamala's campaign with that question they started. Yeah. Yeah. That's what a lot of people say. But they also say that it was an ad they ran as well. The Trump campaign ad saying that Kamala is for they, them. Trump is for you. Yeah, they say that ad was very effective. So it was Trump. Yeah, he had donors too. You know, I know we talk about, you know, Kamala, you know, blowing $1 billion and ending up 20 million in debt, which is insane. And then they're starting to talk about what she used the money on. She used it on a consulting agency that one of them, like a big chunk of that $1 billion went to a consulting agency that advised the presidential campaign of Hillary Clinton. So, that right there is so fucking funny, because why would you want to use a consulting firm that lost for like a person more famous than you? Doesn't make any fucking sense. Yeah. Oh yeah, that question. What have you would have done differently? And really, Sonny wasn't the only one that asked that question. Plenty of people started drilling her with that shit. What would you do differently from President Biden? And she would not say shit. She would just kind of go around it. Like, she answered questions like she did not want to answer questions. And that was a big problem for her. Big problem. It's like Barack Obama was able to present some authenticity. He was a tremendous orator. You know, he knew how to read the room. He was very witty and quick with it. But as we would learn, he was also very deceptive and very political. But it worked for him. Kamala could not make that work for her. And she let a person who did one of the most relatable, even though he's a billionaire, he did one of the most relatable campaigns that you could ever see in the history of America. Because for him to dig out of all the scrutiny to become president, it was very effective. She wanted to bring celebrities, people with fucking beach houses, to tell us what to do. And if we don't do it, we're basically electing Adolf Hitler. And because we elected Adolf Hitler, somehow, if you're a 67-year-old man, you deserve to get hacked up with an ice pickaxe. I was like, damn, that's something crazy to die by. You know, waking up in the morning and then somebody went into election and then she just goes psycho. This is something like I said, in all of the elections that I've ever observed, and this is even from a child, I've never observed like I said a few months ago. I said a few months ago that this was the most divisive election that I've ever seen. The most divisive election that I have ever seen. Yeah, I've never seen people so divided. Never, ever. And it most certainly it's divided people to the point where people are doing things to themselves and other people. Nobody deserves to get hurt over this. And it's coming from the side that said that the other side would always do that. They always established that it would be the other side. It would be the Republicans. It would be the conservatives. And they're crazy too. night-ish. The psychiatrists and psychologists out here need to take a third and fourth opinion. LOL. Yeah, this woman is called a doctor. This is why I say that no matter what your title is, I will never let you shame me. I don't know if you guys possess the same strength or a greater strength, but I just like if you, I got family members and that's in my extended family and in my blood family that makes more money than I do, and I don't bow down or submit to any of them when it comes to a conversation because it's a fucking conversation. I mean, so if you put the title doctor in front of you, then I don't want to hear it. Hold on one second. Just real quick. In fact, let me for anybody who's like, I haven't checked the dislikes yet, so let's see. Let me see how many likes. Hopefully everybody who is watching right now has pressed the like button. Oh, we got 23 likes and we got 34 watching, so some of y'all need to go ahead and hit that like button, but we got one dislike. So just a quick commercial reel, for those of you who might be a little perturbed by the things that I am saying right now. So just one moment.
A warning. Warning. If you hear something that makes you upset on the broadcast, true, opinion, or otherwise, you are free to sign off or go to another channel. If you can't, please contact the displayed number below to seek help. Trolling and hate watching is more serious than you think. Now back to our scheduled broadcast.
I'm back. Man, the one that throwing a Kleenex box, to me, that's the funniest scene. So I may think it's the fat guy going at the computer being held back. You might think it's another part, but yeah. So anyway, simp culture. Oh yeah. WS always has a way of shooting some BS brothers out to look out the top for the bullcorn fan. Okay. Not Monster Ball. Yeah, Monster's Ball, man. Yeah. I want you to make me feel good. I mean, and that can also be a Jim Clyburn reference, because when he sat up there on, I think it was either MSNBC, it might have been Fox News even, when Biden first got elected, because the other side always feels defeated enough to talk to, just start speaking all like, sounding like their the opponent, like, goddamn Democrats, Biden won. What you got to say about that, Jim Clyburn? I don't know. That's not the question, of course, but, that motherfucker said, I just want to feel good. He said, I don't want anything for my vote. I just want to feel good. So that made me think of Monsters Ball. Like, it was just these black Democratic voters, they just want to feel good. And I mean, for something that supposedly a lot of people, especially black men, died for, shit, you ought to want something for it. Shoot. Whether you think that you could get it from Kamala Harris, which, if you are a first-time home buyer immigrant, shoot, you'll be in there. You get money for a business too, like immigrant. Yeah. Weak males' noses have been up the asses of black females for 60 years. Yeah. Yeah. Cause your mama black. What you mean? Your mama black. Shoot. Let me see. Hey man, look. Here's let me show you a short video of the kind of shit that these weak males fall for. I don't know, just the kind of, when I talk about this political hysteria, this kind of shit, when people react like this, man, they need help. Hold on one second. Let me set that up. So let me show y'all this real quick. This probably be one of my super chat videos as well. So here we go.
I'm going to get drunk today, and I'm going to act like an angry black fucking woman, because I'm fucking angry! I'm mad! I'm upset! I'm angry as fuck, bro. I'm angry. I'm hurt. My feelings are fucking hurt. We always finish last. We always come fucking last to everybody, even our own fucking men. And you niggas' mamas be black. This shit is crazy. Y'all got black ass daughters. I'm angry as fuck. I'm gonna get drunk and cause a problem.
I'm sorry. They say your mamas are black and y'all got black ass daughters. That's the part right there. I just dropped the link. Okay, think about the subject matter when you come up here to this panel. This is what we're talking about here: the hysteria of the election. People killing each other. People be mad at each other. I don't want to spend Thanksgiving with you. I don't want to spend Christmas with you because of the way you voted. Just it was good, Andre. 420.
Yo, Kev, just real quick, I wanted to ask, like, if you've been watching that Cross show on Amazon.
The what?
The Cross show on Amazon?
No, I haven't been watching Amazon lately.
Well, the Cross show is like the Alex Cross show. Like,
Alex Cross. Yeah. Oh yeah, Tyler Perry played him one time in a movie. And...
No. Well, this is not Tyler Perry.
Okay, cool. Because he and
really
Kamala Harris. And nobody's. Go ahead.
I was wondering if you watched it. I read the books and like I'm actually just starting to watch the show myself. I was just wondering if you watched it because I heard it was pretty good. So I'm checking it out now myself.
Oh, okay. Awesome. I'll be sure to check that out on Amazon.
Well, if you didn't know, well, if you said Tyler Perry, like like the main characters, it's kind of like most recently I would say Supercell, where it's like it's pretty much like the main character is black. It's a black show. It's like everybody involved in it is black. So just for people that are saying that there's nothing that black people are involved in, it's one of those shows.
Oh, okay. So Cross got mainly a black cast.
Well, Alex Cross, like, the character was always black. Like,
oh yeah. Because Morgan Freeman played Alex Cross in the Ashley Judd films.
Well, the author of that is like James Patterson, if you know that author. But
yeah,
there's like a bunch of books about it and stuff. So, like,
yeah. Alex Cross is a very famous book character.
Yeah.
Yo, what's going on, brothers?
What's good? How you doing, Shadow?
Hey, man, I wanted to talk about that last video you played, Kev, with the hysteria.
What you talking about? You talking about
the one with the lady with 5 piercings in her mouth? I could probably take her whole face to the scrap yard and get some money.
That's hold on a second. Talking about her. She's like, airport metal detectors are a nightmare.
Nah, the other one, the chick you was just playing with all them.
Oh, you talking about her? Oh, okay.
Yeah. But the hysteria from what she's going through, right? And then you look at like the one you just showed just now, the hacking. I saw that today, and I watched it. Right, I watched the. I think it was in Washington. I think it was out there in Seattle area, and she actually worked for Blue Origin, which is Jeff Bezos' competitor to SpaceX with Elon, right?
What's scattered? Sorry, brother, but I think you're telling a long story. I think that like the most important story right now that needs to be told. The most important story is the story of how Whoopi Goldberg is part of the 4B movement now, and how that's
what?
She's part of the 4B movement.
Who she swore off? White men? Because that's all she screwed, man. She. I mean, I know she ain't talking to the brothers. Like, oh goddamn, Whoopi, don't do it. I'll take my vote back.
Man, Whoopi
Goldberg.
She done went crazy. She done changed her name. At one point in time, right? For her connections, right? Whoopi was one of the most highest paid black women in film. After she did that Sister Act thing, that was paying her good. And she gets up there and talks, I got to work every day. That's why I'm up here talking to y'all, on the spew. You know what I'm saying? Why I'm up here talking to y'all because I'm broke. And I got to work every day. My granddaughter, she got to get, they got to work for their money. I'm like, you got all these millions. You got one baby. You got one child. You got some granddaughters. Okay, I'm cool with that. Yeah, okay. But like you say, why even do that? She's getting herself in trouble now, talking about some people that made her cupcakes. She about to get sued. I don't know how the View still is on the amount of stuff that she says. She's hysterical in her mind from jump.
Oh yeah. Yeah, Whoopi Goldberg went on national television on that stupid ass show. Okay, let me tell you guys something. If you talk to anybody and they start talking about, oh man, did you check out the View, man? Yesterday, man, that shit was off the fucking chain. You need to look at that motherfucker with a side eye. That's the kind of shit that erodes your brain. I'm for freedom of speech. Like I said, I'm from any kind of dialogue, dissenting opinions, but I'm like, God damn, really? This is why this kind of hysteria goes on, because of people like Whoopi Goldberg saying about that baker that they didn't want to serve her because of her politics, which was a goddamn lie. Because that baker came forward and said, no, it wasn't even about that. And then she came forward and told this sob story and got everybody loving her. And I mean, her money done tripled and quadrupled because the baker's now getting orders from across the country. And Whoopi Goldberg might be in some trouble because it's like when you watch this show, I mean, like a few weeks ago, I could have showed this clip. I could have did commentary on it when they said that men were useless. And, and Joy Behar it's just verbal diarrhea. Like,
right.
This,
yeah. What's her name? The Mexican conservative chick. I remember that when she was talking about her own husband. And then she was like, well, she tried to clarify. I was like, well, no, my husband is okay. He's the handyman. But she was going with the rest of them. Like, oh, they useless. Men are useless. And, I remember that damn shit, man. It was horrible.
If you say you watch a show like The View, like, I automatically have to assume that you might have a mental or physical impairment that causes you to watch stuff like that.
I mean, slightly, or you just looking for somebody to validate your stupid ass man hating views and whimsical politics.
I mean, that's the only reason when you would watch The View. I mean, no smart, straight thinking black man. First of all, we got jobs to do, so we're not watching daytime television in the daytime, watching those Whoopi Goldberg at that. We're not doing that. So yeah, the only reason I sit here and look at that because it's the hysteria, because we'll see the clips afterwards. Because I know for sure, Kev. I mean, you can tell me if I'm wrong. Do you watch The View during the daytime?
Hell no. I mean, I watch people who review the shows on YouTube videos, but I don't take my time out or DVR The View. I mean, right. I mean, not that I care what anybody thinks, but what kind of man would I be? That's just a principal thing with me. It's just that I think that the show is bullshit. I think that they're keeping the division up. They're lying to women constantly, and they are doing it because the networks, not only the networks are telling them to do it, they are more than willing to cause this kind of mental and emotional damage to women, which if people choose to listen to it and blatantly refuse to see what that shit is actually doing, then hey, good luck. Good fucking luck.
Didn't they have a different style of it? Because remember, now those are the old hens up there, Joy Behar, Goldberg, right? Didn't they have another copy of that where they were trying to make something happen with the one that Tamar was on?
The real. And then I think they had one of the Maori twins on there. I think Raven Simone was on there too.
Yeah, the real, which is a misnomer name for that show in and of itself. But look at what that happened to that show. That show
Yeah.
is destroyed. You know, it was never to become. But then the other one where you had the one rocker lady, she was married to the rocker dude from England. That one, they had one on that one too. It had Sheryl Underwood on there. They tried this multiple times. The only ones that actually make money is whooping them up there, right? It's the only ones that make some.
Whoopi to me, to me, maybe not to anybody else, but Whoopi to me has lost all her flair, and being on The View has made her look completely insufferable. I mean, it's just that it's not that I'm a sexist misogynist and I just hate Whoopi Goldberg because she has a vagina or something like that. I assure you that's not the case. It's just that when it comes to the liberal mind as presented in the mainstream media, they're the most annoying, they're the most rabid, they're the most insufferable. These people are literally what they say the other side is. It's fucking crazy. And Whoopi Goldberg, in my eyes, talking about the motherfucking 4B movement. That's crazy. Like you'll be missed, Whoopi, by somebody. Maybe Ted Danson. I don't know. But no, she's just diminished in my eyes. I used to respect her as an actress and a comedian, and I mean, she was at one point saying some real shit, but it's just that all of that shit is down the fucking toilet. I mean, and what more do you expect from actress in the original Color Purple? I mean, who's done nothing but been a side piece and a winch for for the Chads and the Brants of Hollywood.
The thing about like the whole
I gotta say this. Let's be honest. She's irrelevant. Let's be honest. Whoopi Goldberg has been relevant for a long time, and as she following movements, she's trying to set present to those useless chicks out there that can't keep a man, get a man, or even go as far as femcells. Let's be honest, because a lot of them that you see the videos, it's like, yeah, baby, you're going to have to pay for the date. There's no way no man fucking unless he's got or broke. So obviously, good luck to that. When people hear that, it's like no other woman's gonna follow that. And if they do, I look at the caliber of woman. I say, baby, maybe it's right. You should keep your fucking legs closed. That's a good move. I might do a video on this and say who should keep the legs, who should open their legs.
I mean, is that Andre trying to say something? Because if you are, you talking very low.
Yeah,
no, I didn't say that. I hear somebody in the background. I thought it was you.
No.
Yeah, I was saying that's not quite the problem. Like the whole thing about the 4B stuff.
Oh yeah, he's low.
It's only like a very small population of the South Korean women that were even practicing this in the first place, right? So to hear that, like, especially like the average black woman and just Western women in general, just like trying to follow along, it's like you got to be like pretty slow. As molasses, I would have to say, to follow this.
Well, one thing I want to say is I appreciate, I'm just going to tell everybody in the black community like this is, the best thing Obama has done since he's been for black men was what he did was he scolded over black men. That was the best thing he ever did for the black man.
Oh yeah.
I'm going to tell you why, and I'm going to tell you why. Because nobody really paid attention to any of that until after that. And that struck. It was like that was that straw that broke the camel's back and finally opened up the wave. And I appreciate, like, plain and simple out here. Like most of the time, we have to watch what we say about about females and all like this. But I've learned a new weapon now out here: how to get on a black female's nerves without saying a damn word. And you know how you do that?
Oh,
put this hat on.
Okay.
See this hat that I got on?
My God.
I've watched so many women when I walk in the door with this hat on. It's like you see them looking at each other, and I mean, you can tell that you stay in real estate in their mind for days, and you don't have to say a word. Just walk on by with a hat on. I've noticed that. Like if you want to burn them up, that you will stay on their mind for days. And I've noticed that. Just put the hat on. And I hate to say I wear my hats everywhere now. You see, I'm at work now. I got a hat on. I mean, like, look, I'm at work. You see, and I got a hat on. Now I wear this one when I want to piss people off, but most of the time I wear the black one. I'm just letting you know. You should just. I don't know why. Put the hat on, bro. Just put the hat on. Now you can't always wear it everywhere, depending on where you work, if they get back at you. I wouldn't do that if you got a job somewhere where you an outspoken person at work. It's gonna come back against you. But you work for yourself and they can't really touch the shit. Put the hat on, bro. Like just buy you a hat, put it on like when you go in a Family Dollar or something like that. Oh my gosh, watch the women. They won't say nothing to you, but they'll just give a look to each other, and it just like.
Well, Judge, I gotta ask you about that hat. Is that a Trump hat?
No, it's a MAGA.
Okay, all right.
This is MAGA country.
Yeah,
45, 47, 45,
yeah, I see you.
Oh no. Like here, like I said, you see, I wear the red ones, just like give an example, and I buy them for other. I even buy the hats for other people that I know that'll wear them. Like I got a guy that he stays with me. I got a roommate now, and he's one of those ones, big avid Trump supporter. I bought your hat, and I told him, I said, you don't go nowhere with me without the hat on. I told him, I said, well, he said, what? I said, yeah, I'm getting, he's like, I got to pay you back for, no, I'm getting my money's worth, because when I just like watch, I watch him walk by, and then you can just like be 5 steps behind him, and just look at the disgust on women's face when they see that damn hat. I mean, it's like, you know that you done took up real estate in their mind for days.
Well,
And don't have to say a word.
about your hat, I gotta say, like, I hope y'all got the reference. POP, hold it down.
Oh yeah, I mean, you know, somebody said got Canadian volume, yeah. But as you see, I got the hat on.
Well, no, I think he talking about Andre 420, not Judge Drake.
I know he's talking about Andre 420.
Okay,
Everybody knows me as Judge.
No, he's talking to me.
All right, guys. Okay, I pulled up TikTok, and I've looked up 4B movement. And no, but believe me, I'm not trying to sit here and make the case against the 4B movement. I just think it's hilarious. That's all.
Well, this is one thing I want to say. We cut you off on that bit, maybe because you don't know about the movement. Anybody that's working at
what the fuck, bro? Like, you cut me off on what? Like, bro,
like what you know about something you don't know about the 4B movement.
Oh, okay. Try.
It's another part. It's another part to the movement. When you get to 7B, that's when you start poisoning and hurting men. So let you know, if anybody works at a food service place, you hear anything out of any place where they can have access to hurt people, they actually shouldn't be part of that movement. That is actually a terrorist organization. Because
what?
Number 7, yes.
I see this as something extremely comical.
No, for real. When you look it up, when you graduate, 4B is what 4 steps you do. But the next one is when you get to 7. It's like a 12-step program. You go and graduate higher in. Watch, they talk about the manosphere. 4B is going to end before it started because of that. Because they're supposed to poison men.
I think this is comical and laughable. That's what I think this is.
Oh, just look it up. If you look it up,
it's a joke.
They're supposed to poison men.
4B, you talking about getting to 7? Hell, half of them ain't getting to 2. That's why they still cry on fortune as they number one thing. And I say it's a complete oxymoron, because if you're saying you're gonna go 4B, that's gonna be less of you to vote in the future. So you're not getting. And where are the damn divestors? Where are the divestors? They so silent, you can't hear them say nothing right now. I don't believe none of it.
Touche, brother. Touche. How they gonna get the 7? They can't even get the 4.
Kev, I'm not sure where it's going, but like, I'm gonna let y'all have that. But
y'all, him. Like, I was trying to just show y'all some videos and shit. That's it. So we can all laugh together. These motherfuckers like Judge Drake talking about fire and brimstone, and the 4B movement cometh.
Well,
Yeah,
that's
run the video.
that's
Run
what
the
they
video,
said.
bro.
It's just like a 12-step process. If you don't believe me, look at the women. I looked it up. I spent one night looking at
Nah,
it.
dog, like that.
You
That,
look it
that
up.
ain't,
They
that ain't even
graduated
what
in
we
steps.
talk about. Like, I'm not sure where you going with that. Like, kind of on your own with
I'm
that.
saying, be careful.
Oh, okay. All right. I hope I don't sustain any dick injury going to Walmart because from 4B woman wants to go around with a knife. I mean, just
Look it up. You don't believe
and
me?
Mordecus, what's good? He says nature always takes care of the dead weight. This is a good thing.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, let's make fun of one of the most up and coming dangerous movements in history, the 4B movement.
Well, if you notice though, they're not getting they're hurting already because they're like literally they've got their eye on them. I wouldn't say as much as the manosphere does, but damn near because they've already started looking at them. Because once it came out about the other steps into that, when you graduate up the tier, that's starting almost like a hate group.
Okay, yeah. I started to play the video, and you already made that point.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah, go ahead.
All right, thank you. Because this guys study this. Look into the minds and to the eyes of some of these women right here, and you're thinking to yourselves, why does this motherfucker look like she's on Seinfeld and she's Jason Alexander's daughter and shit, and you heard it the fucking hairline that she's like.
Oh my gosh,
like for real, it's like, are you looking at this woman right here and telling yourselves, damn, I could have had sex with this one?
You're wrong, man.
Hey, the audio is off, boss. Can't hear the audio.
I hear nothing. Yep, we don't hear nothing, sir.
You might got to reshare that window. You know how StreamYard is, Kip.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We don't hear nothing.
Can you hear it now?
I hear your music in the background.
Poor children. All I have to say is good luck getting laid. Me and my girlies are participating.
Yeah, we can hear it now.
Kitty cat for moderate men, but in all things that the patriarchy wants us to be. Clearly, they don't give a shit about us.
No attention to men. Do not respond. Because children
I'm loving it.
Labor force.
I'm gonna start barking and getting fucking crazy. I'm crazy?
Stay away. You are doing a man a favor.
For my mental health. We're not crazy. We have to do this together.
The women who are doing the 4B movement help other women who are doing the 4B movement. Right?
Oh, hey, Dre, Judge Dre, you was right. There's levels to it.
Do not acknowledge them. Do not look at them. Do not laugh at their jokes.
Why exactly are you going to keep becoming subservient?
She said, do not laugh at, oh man. If you sit around and you tell a joke that you know is funny in front of a woman and she buttons her lip,
Right.
like 4B.
I told you that. I didn't know if you wanted to show that video because I wanted to let you know about that. It was kind of borderlining on that because that's what. So make sure you look. Maybe you might want to look into the levels before you show that because it's borderlining on that.
Man.
Yeah, I'm just letting you know. I heard about it.
Okay, 4B, 5B, 6. There it is right there. That's the evidence.
I know.
Let's look at.
Don't shoot the messenger.
The man said, look, if somebody show up at my door and she got a Karen cut and just start screaming.
Hell yeah. Bro, no, you say what you do is this too. Because they shave the head bald. So you already know there's a terrorist movement. Damn, what's so bad? I hope, pray to God that we do not have an active, shooter with bald head because it ain't gonna look good for them.
Talking about female Remy.
Right, like kind of like.
Like if High Learning was remade by Disney, like they'll be recasting Remy as a girl.
Oh yeah, they need to redo that with a DEI Higher Learning. Oh man.
Oh man, hell yeah, that'll be good. You realize now what's so bad is just because you mentioned this and you warned us, you realize that you're gonna get a hate. They're gonna be like, oh my gosh, the manosphere found out about our secret. They're telling men to warn us about us.
Yeah.
But yeah, you gotta really be careful.
Mm-hmm.
Now look at the levels. Look,
I know some simp out there right now.
Man, that's a female.
You
I
gonna
don't
wake,
know.
gonna
I
wake,
don't
I'm gonna
know.
wake my tenants up, bro. You got me laughing in here in the house.
Yeah. I know. I know that's right now. It's like y'all up here talking about women and shit.
Thank
You
God
you
it's
weirdo manosphere guys.
I only got one woman that live in this house, so yeah.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie. She young and
But
fine. She ain't
to
messing
you
with that.
single guys that's 19 and 20 and 35, like, you know, if you out there and you know you watching these videos on TikTok and you start to take this shit seriously, like Judge Dre, my suggestion to you is that you calm the fuck down
Please
completely
do.
and
Well,
unadulteratedly. Go out and get a fucking drink or something.
please
Just
do.
yeah, just do it. Just like something hard too, like brown liquor. Just brown liquor straight with ice.
Right.
Like or if you're this kind of person, which you know I don't totally disagree with it, kind of even recommend at certain points, burn one. It is Smoke Show Sundays, which is Monday at this point from where I live. But if you are in California, hey,
Yeah, I was surprised she was gonna talk about it because of the other implications.
I'm sorry, but let me go ahead and put some sage around the house so the 4B movement won't impact me. Yeah.
Well,
So,
what's so bad is look at this. Like
Area is
look at all the
big.
hate speech on that. Like,
man, are you really like, dude? I mean, look, I respect anybody's viewpoint, bro.
yeah.
Dissenting opinions, sure, great, awesome, fine, but look, I can say shit's crazy. This shit is fuck. I mean, I like I say, I don't particularly care about these women, you know, giving me their digits because I would prefer them not to do it. My thing is just letting me know who to stay away from, even with casual conversation, even with a simple hello, even with, if they were working as a cashier at a Walmart or something, I'll just get in the other fucking line. I will avoid these people at all costs.
All you gotta do is put the hat on. You'll see by the expression on their face. That way you know to walk away. Like when you see the expression on their face, take 2 steps to the left. Make sure you don't get within swinging range.
Revelator, the spirit of variance said the election showed us that we're not going to be able to save the normie black men. No, we're not. They refused to lash off. You know, it's
they gone.
It's but it for the rest of these guys' lives is gonna be but Trump. But Trump this, Trump that, just like Kamala Harris did her entire campaign. So what are you gonna do, Kamala, to make America better for us? Well, my opponent, Donald Trump.
Trump had a whole ad with that, like literally, and I'm thinking that they like then AI'd it up and all this here. He was like, he was like, man, she said my name 38 times.
Right. Yeah, that was
like,
that
we're
was
just gonna show the unedited video. We're gonna just show it every time she said my name and use it as a promotional tool. And I'm like, man, genius.
Well, no. Genius was I hate to say something. Genius was people like Willie D when he was dating her. Because you see, she's so gullible and so stupid. Every time she opened her mouth, you just need to put something in it because it's just that bad. That's why you never knew how ignorant she was until now. I mean, she's a prosecutor for a living, so that means you stand in front of 12 people and you try to convince them to convict somebody. You should be able to stand in front of a microphone and plead your case if you're trying to win. That's why I believe that she was a scam artist and she was scamming people. Because she did typical black woman thing. You could give her $1.2 billion and she still got negative net worth of $6. Oh, I'm sorry, negative 20 million. Let me get it right.
Yeah, they trying to refund that money. You know what I'm saying? She trying to refund. She gave out all these refunds to people. I'm like, man, it's over with now. It's over. Plies, man. Plies won't refund. Plies say he's suing. I'm like, nigga, shut your ass up because you was right behind DLU and the rest of them damn fools.
And what's so bad is this is what the media companies realized they made a mistake because the people ain't coming back. And then like everybody said, the silent Trump voter. Like just give an example. I should know. I live in Cleveland Heights in Ohio. I only saw 2 Trump signs this year in anywhere
It kind
nearby.
of seems like an example to me.
Like literally, I only saw 2 Trump signs where Harris signs everywhere. And I was like, see, the reason why you don't see the Trump signs is the Trump signs mean that they were like they were breaking in your windows and all that stuff. So people don't put the Trump sign. Yeah, you just
It ain't putting the Trump sign because they come and try to burn their damn house down.
Right, that's the reason why.
Some shit in their neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? How many times the hysteria, bro? Kev, I'm glad you had put that as the title. The hysteria. You probably haven't seen this video. It was a white guy went and ran onto a Trump sign. A person had a Trump sign, grabbed the Trump sign right in his yard, pulled off, and then blowed up his tire because because he didn't put a trap. The dude put a trap down there with a piece of wood with a whole bunch of nails in there, and he rolled. His wife was like, "Don't do it, don't do it." He said, "I'm gonna go out here, this simp beta jump out here. He gonna take the Trump sign down."
And as a person in real estate, I'm gonna let you know right now, the worst thing you need to have is a claim right now, because insurance rates are through the roof. Real estate, car insurance, like your insurance.
The worst thing like
it costs you more than your car note. Because your insurance is through the roof, so you don't put no Trump sticker on there. And I'm like, you don't notice, you don't see no Trump stickers nowhere. But when you bump into people and they know you, I'm voting for Trump, but you don't see no signs in the yard.
Judge Drake.
But see, I gotta stop you there because in Texas, you got a lot of them damn Trump stickers around here.
That's because you got guns and y'all carry them guns like a
all right. So like,
but what I'm saying, even here though, what you saying about the Harris signs, I have seen, and these is not bullshit neighborhoods. What I'm talking about, these.
Y'all even hear each other talk?
Yeah, we can.
Like, cause like Andre trying to say something, then Shatterstar trying to say something, then Judge Dre trying to say something. So I can hear you all. And it's just like what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get y'all to kind of talk one at a time for the audience's sake. So please try to listen to each other.
Maybe I was just trying to explain to what he had said about the signs and the reason why.
Just real quick, it's like I'm gonna drop it off. Y'all can have it.
Okay.
He just low it.
Okay. All right.
He might need to leave and come back.
I am low, but like it doesn't like take away from what I'm talking about. It's like y'all can have it.
I mean, I was trying to actually get you to try to give the floor to you, but okay. I mean,
well, I mean, like they're having a conversation. I'm not sure what about, but that's why I'm kind of just like.
No, when you just saying something about the signs, what have you seen in your area, Dre? Have you seen any Trump signs? Harry? What's your numbers in your area?
He's in Canada.
I'm in
Canada. I'm not seeing Trump signs.
He won Cuyahoga County.
Okay, you in Canada. Okay, I got you.
No, yeah, he won Cuyahoga. But we
we do have a strong support for Trump over here, at least in the province I live in, which is pretty much like a state for you, right?
But Ohio's a red state.
We're going to go down that line of conversation with that. I really don't want to go down, but if we are, then yeah, it's a strong support for Trump over here.
yeah, it seems like that's worldwide too. I mean, even though the United States are the only one that vote for him. I mean, across the world, like they were saying that, the world needs Trump. I mean, that was a sentiment that was expressed in other countries. We're the ones that's really like we're the United States over here because of the mainstream media narrative. They're the ones that's putting out all this hysteria. Oh my God, Trump is, he's Adolf Hitler, and all of his supporters are Nazis.
Well, for example, Kev, pretty much where I live is like the Texas of Canada.
Oh, the Texas. Oh shit.
Yeah. Like actually, like they have like a yearly thing they do over here. It's like a festival kind of thing, and it's like it's country. And bulls, like bull riding, all that kind of shit, and like
and what barbecue places?
Yeah, they come over here for that.
Oh, okay.
It's actually like a really big thing, but they come over here for that. So Yeah, it's extremely like we're on the right over here,
Okay.
but it's also like the resource capital, pretty much of Canada. So extremely right winged over here. Like actually, what was that dude's name? Was like Tucker Carlson.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he came over here and he had like thousands of people fucking outside that couldn't get in to like watch his interview or whatever.
Oh yeah, yeah.
What do you think?
Tucker Carlson has been far more blunt, you know,
Thank
since
God.
he's left the network. That, like I said, that's what's going to happen to a lot of these pundits that's going to lose their job. They're going to come to YouTube. Maybe a few of them are going to go to Rumble. I mean, they're going to start podcasts. You know, they want to follow in the footsteps of Joe Rogan.
They already have. They already
I
have.
think what happened. The best thing was, even though Brother Man didn't like it, but it was when he did the "Where's Daddy's Home" thing. People say, "Oh no, it's just the fact that it's right." American people have basically been a spanking. Like y'all don't need a spanking. And it's not saying women, but the fact is we need to get back to if you commit a crime, you go to jail. If you do, you know what I mean, there's consequences for your actions. We've gotten to the point to where
that's not what we're
right.
talking about.
He's letting crime go away like easy. Just give an example. One of the people here, the guy came in here, he tried to rob the store. I actually put him on his back. Now I put this dude on his back. Why is he out within 24 hours? And
I don't know, Dre.
After being violent with the people in the store.
What is it? What are you talking about? Like, what does this have to do with the conversation?
Well, that's
like
what I'm saying, crime and the fact
crime. What? Like,
you got to have consequences for your actions. That's why everybody voted.
Yeah, we know this.
Right. That's what we're talking about.
You're talking about the hysteria, brother. Right. Hysteria.
Right.
The hysteria committing.
Well, that was more what he was talking about. I'm not sure why we're talking about consequences for crimes too.
Right.
Yeah, which remain the same. If you commit a crime, you're going to go to jail if you're caught.
No, they don't go to jail. They don't stay in jail. That's the problem. All the cities are doing that. It's not just California. A lot of cities are doing that. These people are not staying in jail. That's the reason why. That's the reason why Trump won. Because people want tough on crime.
That is not actually the reason why Trump won.
Yes.
Yeah, I gotta agree with that.
Yeah, if you had policies to close the border, part, brother, you remember too. You gotta get the judges, brother. Like, cause here in Houston, they had a big thing where they were shipping out a lot of promotion on the judges because they had a whole video. Like, I mean, I couldn't watch YouTube or anything without seeing an ad of them showing crime Republican judges. They wanted those judges because of that same thing you're talking about. Because they had a lot of judges in there that was not doing their job. Let's just say that.
Right.
We had a dude that had three capital murders, had got out again and then killed more people. But we already had. So, you know.
That's not actually what we're talking about. And it's like, that's not the reason why Trump won. Trump won because like the main reason was based off of geopolitics, like not including the economy, it's just geopolitics, right? So
right.
Did the American people want?
You ran a relatable campaign versus an unrelatable campaign that was run by Kamala Harris.
Yes.
You know, every time he did something extremely foolish, it was a frown turned upside down. I mean, like that eating the dogs and cats. Kamala couldn't capitalize off that because she was awful. And what people did on YouTube and TikTok and Instagram was they made songs out of it.
Yeah.
You know, then
they dance with Beyonce.
Also, there was even though they were very hard to find, but there was a video of somebody in Springfield. They showed the cattle grill. And that could have been a food that just
you're kind of missing the whole point of the whole thing.
You could tell that they're surrounded by wooden sheds.
Well, Judge Dre, you're kind of missing the whole point of the whole thing. Because initially, you made your argument about like it was like a criminal thing. Like it's not a criminal thing. It was a geopolitical thing. We're talking about like the U.S. like being involved in Ukraine and also Israel war. right? So,
Well,
and
it didn't
the
help that we
average
didn't.
American person or people around the world don't want to be involved in this crap. And who was like causing this stuff to happen? It's the current campaign or the
Well,
current people in power.
well, this is one thing I'll say.
Like, I don't know how much clearer I need to get, but like I'll leave it at that.
No, but I'm saying this is what happens when you got people over in your own country who can't get food stamps or anything else, and you're handing out money to people who don't live here, never pay a tax in your
Yeah,
life.
you're saying the same thing I just said.
Yeah, you're gonna kill a lot of support just right there. Like imagine, like I know people who special
That's
needs, they
why
can't even
Trump
get food
won.
stamps. Right.
And that's why Trump won. Right?
Well, no. And on
That's
top of that, think about it. Them people, them foreigners beat the cops up. They were beating up cops, and they were getting out of
I
jail.
wasn't trying to make the conversation about this kind of stuff because like YouTube typically does not like these kind of conversations. So I was trying to avoid talking about this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Y'all can have it on your own.
Yeah.
To be involved in conversations. But
I mean, like they were just getting away with committing crimes. You just say that, keep it vague, and not going to jail. But everybody was.
Okay.
But yeah, like what I was asking you about, like that show, like I think you should check it out. Like I watched like half of the first episode. I think it's like decent so far. Like I've actually read the books before, so like I know it's like a pretty good series. But like the main character is like a black dude, and like basically he's a cop, and like he's also like he has a PhD in psychology, and like pretty much he goes after like serial killers and stuff. Like it's a pretty good series.
His name Cross.
It's Alex Cross, but like Tyler Perry played him in the past, and like I never watched it because of that. It's like I don't like Tyler Perry, so I never watched it because of that. But it's a new actor now.
All right, I'll be sure to check out Cross. That's on Amazon Prime, correct?
Yeah, it's on Amazon Prime. I'm like halfway through the first episode. I was watching it earlier.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's decent.
Hey, Kev, have you seen some hysteria with family members? Have you seen any hysteria like on your local side, like with your family members? Have you seen anything like that?
No, not yet, but the holidays are ahead of us, so I know it's gonna come up. Like they were for Kamala Harris. They are the Donald Trump this, Donald Trump that, but Trump people. They are the ones that they try to talk through you and talk loud and keep you from making a point. Like that's what the Democratic Party teaches your family members to do. You know what the Democratic Party also teaches your family members to do? That it's okay not to spend the holidays with you based on who you voted for.
It's so true.
And normally, the thing, right, is that
I've been blocked by
usually
certain people in my family.
You've been blocked by certain people in your family.
Yep, I've been blocked. I've been excommunicado. I've had the whole arguments with them for being a Trump supporter. But it's like I'm a grown ass man. Nobody in my family ever came to save me when I was going through hard times. Nobody ever asked me if I was fucking thirsty. You know what I'm saying? I had to pull myself up out of the mud by my own goddamn bootstraps. Who the hell are you to tell me how to think? You know what I'm saying? This is mental manipulation at its fucking finest. You know what I'm saying?
In the black community,
Like,
that's number.
Yeah, especially. What's so sad about the whole thing is most black people still voted for this bitch. After all the evidence was presented, you could go online and still. It was almost like everybody had to come and save us from ourselves. You know what I'm saying?
Thank God.
Right, and that's why I got this 22% on here, bro. Because I'm like, look, 22% black men, right? So we got 70 others, right? 78% of others. And what actually on a hysteria blast that makes it so funny, RPM and Kev. Now check this out. What I would expect, because I already let you know earlier, I told you I've already told them my political stance, and they can take it or leave it. I don't give a damn. And most is the women, but who I find more introspective when I see them when I come down and they got some hysteria, is the men. That's I find more because I can imagine the women. I already know my mama gonna say no. Gonna say.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell y'all something. People like that would be the most disrespectful where they can be the most disrespectful without consequence.
Bro,
I would probably say the people that are most disrespectful are the ones on social media that don't know you and doesn't have to sit 2 feet in front of you. They will disrespect you in a heartbeat. They will talk about you like you're a fucking idiot. But even more so than that, is when you get around family members over the holidays that are so passionate about what they heard on CNN and MSNBC. If you watch CNN and MSNBC, you are watching a completely one-sided point of view. And I know somebody out there, I think, like I said this earlier, oh, what about Fox News? We already know about Fox News. We already know about them. But we're also going to talk about how CNN and MSNBC is. And what that is doing is causing hysteria among people because they presented such an extreme viewpoint about Donald J. Trump, who is now the president-elect, who is now assembling this administration that is going to seemingly solve all the world's problems. But we shall see. Personally, I have a daughter who is becoming athletic. She started to participate in sports, and I'd be damned if a nigga with a wig is going to play her in a competitive sport. Fuck all of that shit.
I don't blame you, Kev. I don't blame you.
How dare you? How dare you?
I got a real question for Kev because do you actually believe he's going to solve the world's problems?
No, I was being facetious. I said supposedly. If I didn't say supposedly, I meant supposedly. Because you got Robert F. Kennedy that is going to be the head of the Department of Health and Human Services. You ought to see who they have as the head right now. And you will probably 9.9 times out of 10 prefer Robert F. Kennedy. You got Vivek Ramaswamy and Elon Musk that is going to make the, the government and society and this infrastructure one more efficient. You got who else you got? You got Attorney General Matt Gaetz, who has a very hey, who's talking?
Well, a lot of niggas is like trying to jump in. It's like I don't know if they know what
I think you meant he was talking.
You know what I'm talking about.
You're talking over the host.
Like, I get it, but let me finish my point. I will let everybody talk. I've always been that.
That wasn't me. These other niggas talking. Go ahead, Kev. Sorry.
Okay.
It was you.
Okay, you got Tom Holman, who is going to secure the border, and this guy was given awards by Barack Obama. So, so that's why I said supposedly is going to solve all the world's problems, and I was being facetious. Many believe that Donald Trump is only trying to do tax cuts for his billionaire friends, and he's trying to run the government like a dictator. Yeah.
I don't actually think you're being facetious. I think that Donald Trump is going to solve a lot of these problems. I really do think that he's going to solve a lot of these problems.
I mean, it's if he's going to do everything that he says he's going to do, yes, it's going to solve a lot of the world's problems.
Well, I'm gonna say this: the reason that Donald Trump is going to do the things you knew is this.
Yeah,
because
agreed.
Unfortunately, one thing they have to change is this: they have to change where they have to let people that on the other side have a conversation and have their opinion. Because what the media has seen is the people can't have their opinion; they just leave, and that's the reason why the Democrats have noticed that when they can't say nothing, they just leave. It's kind of like what we did, then going their own way. People just leave. They just opt out. Hey, I'm not dealing with it. I don't talk. I don't come around you no more. They want that money. I mean, you understand what I'm saying?
You're not
turned off a whole big.
We're on a geopolitical stage, man. You're like kind of just repeating what you're saying over and over and not actually saying anything.
Look, let me see if I can get it. Let me see if I get it back. I had something on my mind, and solve all the world's problems. Okay, So he's going to stamp out all the drug cartels. And I heard a pretty good bit of reasoning for that. Stamping out all the drug cartels is going to make Mexico livable again for all those people that are trying to cross the border. So when they can actually run a government with an economy after he stamps out all the cartels, they can go back home.
Yep.
Yeah, that's one. Okay. So they're gonna drill inside the United States because Biden stopped that and killed all those jobs.
Thank God.
Yeah.
Here in Ohio.
Yeah.
All
my
that.
best customers. Those are my best customers.
Please, y'all need to stop interrupting unless you know more, man.
Yeah. I mean, here's the thing. Here's the thing. That's what he's claiming is it's gonna make our economy better so they can lower those food prices. Because right now we're paying 2 and 3 times the groceries we did, but in 4 years ago. So we got all these people. Claiming that we're in the bet. That Biden is running a very strong economy, but the reason why that is because we're paying so much in taxes and in food to feed that economy. And then what they're doing, they're siphoning money out of the economy to take care of immigrants. Now that Trump is president-elect, now you got all these cities talking about, okay, we're going to stop all this before he comes around. And it's very tough it was very tough to stop the drug cartels in the past because they were actually bribing government officials. So what Trump said was, we're going to destroy these places and you're going to give us access, within our government to the resource to destroy these places. He's talking about maximum damage. This man said maximum damage. We're going to kill all of you.
In late term.
And that's exactly what he said. And what I was saying, if you're gonna go
I
at
want
that,
to ask Kevin a question. I don't know if y'all know about this shit, but
he's very low.
Have y'all heard about?
Mike, it's too low. We can barely.
Hey! If everybody just quiet, we can hear him. Go ahead, Andre. 420.
All right, I'm not trying to make niggas be super quiet just to hear me, but it's just my whole thing is we're trying to have I mean, we're just talking shit, but just about the conversation, the way it's flowing is Kev. So what do you think about this? What do you think about So I recently learned that apparently Canada was trying to make a separate deal with America, cutting out Mexico out of NAFTA. Do you think that would be beneficial, or
they're trying to cut out what?
Trying to cut America, not America. Sorry, they're trying to cut Mexico out of NAFTA. Do you think that would be beneficial, or
they're trying to cut Mexico out of NAFTA?
Yeah, because they were saying that. Apparently Mexico is
already redid that. The Canadian, Mexico, United States agreement. They already did that. We did. Trump redid that.
That's not what I'm talking about. Apparently, they're trying to make a new deal right now because Mexico is getting a lot of Chinese made, Russian made.
Right. Industrial.
Industrial
in Mexico
getting produced and also, if not produced directly in Mexico, it's getting passed through Mexico to the U.S. and Canada.
Yes.
It's screwing it's screwing both of our countries over with that.
No,
you heard about? Have you heard about John Deere trying to move their factories from the U.S. to Mexico, outsourcing even more U.S. jobs?
Yes.
And what Trump intends to do about that?
Tariff.
What does he want to do? I haven't heard about that. What does he want to do about it?
No, he said that he's going to charge. If you move your factory to Mexico, we'll charge you a 200% tariff to import goods into the country.
Tariff. That's his favorite word.
If you take,
I see no issue with that.
No, I have no issue with that either. Because see, people are talking about, oh my God, the tariffs are tariffs. I mean, they're using it as a fear tactic. But here's the thing: it's so many communities across this country have been wrecked by the outsourcing of jobs to other countries. I mean, you got rid of family, consistent wealth in families, who relied on those jobs. Sometimes the father, then the son, then his son will work at those places. But then when they started outsourcing, it completely destroyed those communities. So mad at a president that finally wants to do something about that.
Kev, am I wrong for saying ask them Mexican N-words?
Oh my gosh.
Mexican N-word.
Yeah, basically. Yeah.
Am I wrong for saying that?
Don't say that.
I mean, we want to calm down on like the abrasive language
right, yeah.
until I guess after inauguration day when they start like till they start like till he starts like doing something about censorship and shadow banning, because you heard like and Chaos Reign doubts this, and everything he's promising is probably not gonna go through. Right. But the whole censorship thing is like he's gonna make some policies on shadow banning, and if you're shadow banned or if your channel is deleted or you have a social media account deleted, they must let you know who it did it and why. And it must be an appeal process.
And see what they were doing.
All right. So my apologies for saying that, and I hope.
No, it's all good. It's all good. In fact, I don't think they really heard you at a volume where they can actually put it in the transcript in the YouTube YouTube description. So I mean, it's all good. But I mean, it's. Let me tell you something. Social media is about to be a Wild West shootout come January.
Yeah.
So for you content creators right there, I mean, the cream will rise to the top because
it's one of the things is too that they're going to get on you about more than anything. What we need Trump in his office. It's called weaponization of city services. Like I caught a case and basically they do that. That's basically kind of what they've done on YouTube. You have say you got it into it with somebody, or you say something against women, they weaponize the crap against their enemies. So basically, if you say if you see look how long the Wig Warehouse was on there screaming all that bad stuff about us before she finally got banned. I mean, like literally, where it was like where we said something one day and we don't even got a 1/10 of 1% of the followers that they have were banned, and they were showing how certain services are weaponized.
Of course we are. Of course we are. But here's the thing. Here's how I would prefer it, and then whoever else who's just trying to say something, because I'll let you have the floor next.
After you, Kev, I want to say something.
Okay. All right. Here's the thing, and here's how I think things should be, and that's not necessarily how things are going to go just because I want them. I would rather everyone say whatever the fuck they want.
That's what I be too.
I want it to be a Wild West shootout. I want y'all to go hard. I want to go hard myself.
Ooh,
but what kept us from doing that in the past is a bunch of butthurt individuals that act like that you got to write a letter this incorrect grammar to apologize to them in over 20 to 30 sentences before hurting their feelings. And I would much rather it be not like that, because in a way, I'm tired of everyone laughing at America.
Right.
And in a much deeper way, I'm tired of them laughing at Black America. And in a much deeper way, I'm tired of them laughing at Black men. And Black men with this simp ass behavior are allowing certain things in a large percentage. Some of us have the courage to speak up. Hey, we have to face the scrutiny. But if more Black men stop being simps and stop being little mama's boys at age 45 and 56, I think that we can position ourselves more socially to take the reins. But we got to get out of this pussy ass mentality, and I'm getting quite sick of it. So go ahead, Chaos Reign, you got the floor.
All right. You know what? I'm skeptical about that, and I understand the shadow banning and the censorship is getting out of hand for last years on years. Even with the I think back in 2016 when they're trying to do the censorship immediately, and we're still feeling the effects of that now. 8 years going, 9 years later. My issue is this: that for us that do the content, we do the content because we want to. You get me? This is a platform that we don't control, and usually they dictate the rules. So that if somebody else has stepped in and say, "Yo, you need to explain now, and you need to cut back. You can't just go rump shot." That sounds beautiful and good to the people that run these platforms. but otherwise they always find loopholes. Now, when Trump's in office, we gotta see how they're gonna proceed. You get me? Because usually they know what's coming down the pipeline every quarterly, every year. That's why you see YouTube, especially, they always change their terms of service because they're trying to adapt for their advertisers. That's who they pay the bill. If the advertisers have a problem, a lot of us will say what the fuck we want and they'll issue. Period. You get it? So,
All right, let me answer that real quick. First of all, I was speaking in such like I would rather it be a Wild West shootout, so everybody can say what they want to say. And if you're too fucking sensitive, leave. Go touch some grass.
I completely agree with that.
Like that. That's just me. There's no policy that, as of yet, that have put that in place that protects you to have the right to say that. So, if you were listening earlier, I was saying to Andre, you might want to wait till after Inauguration Day to kind of say, hey guys, you got to still be careful. And even after Trump takes office, like I said, and like I also said, there is no guarantee that all of it's going to go through. I would love for them to start in banning chemicals that's been going in our foods that have been giving people cancer and killing people. But that's going to be a hard road ahead because we have food in our country that is banned in other countries, and we're supposed to be the richest country in the world. We're supposed to be the cool place to be.
Mainly in the
Now,
UK. Mainly in the UK.
Yeah, but still, if they have if we're putting banned substances in our foods, like and they're banned for a reason. Why can't we be as healthy as other places if we're this, big old great United States of America?
Well, I'll tell you why. It has nothing to do with listen. It has nothing to do about being healthy. It actually has nothing. They're not going to let anything ban or anything change until the people that they want have the resources to make, say, or the plans to build to go another direction.
They already got all that shit.
No, but listen,
they already got every bit of that shit.
Right. It's like this. It's like the reason why you don't force people off of oil or whatever. You got the infrastructure built for that, things like that. That's going to take away from them. They're not going to push people on the solar until they get the infrastructure built. It was just for them to, make sure that their friends stay paid. But then one certain, group.
Oh, okay. If you're talking about corporate greed and government super PACs that they pay politicians to keep things a certain way so they can keep lining each other's pockets, somebody like a Nancy Pelosi who is worth I believe she's worth around $200 million. And my question to you is, why the fuck is she worth like $200 million?
Well, you see,
because of shit like that.
Well, the biggest thing he said he's stopping is this: you cannot work. Like, if you ever get a job at a place that you were, like, say you were in government, you're not allowed to work at any places after that of the place you managed. Like, so basically, if you were like overseeing Lockheed Martin, I can never work there. That's the thing he wants to stop, because that's
not really making the argument.
Right? No, but they basically want to make it like that. That way, like, you ever notice how somebody come in office, and they get a position, and they oversee these companies, do that. Then all of a sudden, when they get out of office, they go work for that company.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do that.
That's the biggest scam now, because it's kind of like when they were selling the stores, when they take them under new management. Like, cause the DEI and all that stuff, it had nothing to do with that. DEI and all that shit was a scam. It was just hey, we're gonna put a couple.
Yeah, DEI is a subterfuge.
Right. It's put a couple.
Yeah, if you remove color, they're about everybody's working for the same thing. They use DEI, they use race to distract you.
Right.
Why they pull all this underhanded shit.
Right, kind of like with the companies on property. Oh, we're gonna sell off all your assets and we're just gonna rent them. And they don't realize, you put this person, give this person this $3 million a year job. I'm going to turn this company around. Before you look at, now the company ain't got no assets, no dividend. Now that, not one person, what happens? The shares go to the ground and the company goes away.
Yeah,
that's usually how they turn down. That's a form of real estate fraud. They've been doing that for 20 years.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And they've been coming up too. Hey, Revelator Spirit Variant says Citizens United. Yeah. Citizens United was a Supreme Court decision which made it legal for large corporate interests to pay politicians to vote based on their interest, which means that the regular everyday citizen does not have a fucking chance when going to Capitol Hill.
And one of the things that too they're going to do is this. Watch, next people going to get broke up. BlackRock in them because they were
BlackRock, Blackstone and BlackRock.
Because basically what they're doing is this. They're using, picture this. They're using your 401k money to attack other companies, push the stock price lower, buy it back in there, and by the time, and then what they did, they make money on the short, they make money on the fall, and the only people who are losing are the everyday, regular, average traders. The big companies ain't losing shit.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a whole stock scam, just like the, what was the people like Tiffany's that used to do the auctions.
Yeah.
It's just a big stock scam. Like say I got 40% of the customers and Kevin got 40% of the customers. It's only 20%. Me and you buddy. So it's like insider trading on a global scale. You know what I mean? Because me and you buddy, we know exactly what we're gonna do. Hey, we're not gonna buy pork bellies until $4. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
I scratch your back, you scratch mine.
Right. Like think about it. We couldn't even be friends. Like them people, they sitting down meeting with each other and all like this, and then you sitting here putting your money in 401k, and your 401k is destroying your neighbor's 401k, who is just, he lives on the same street as you. Your kids play together, and you're just weaponizing the taxpayers' money against other taxpayers.
Oh wow!
On a global scale, like so. Imagine your neighbor money that's paid into 401k is weaponized on getting rid of your job. That's kind of just horrible.
Yeah.
And that's why the companies, instead of worrying about making a beer and shit, you worried about, does it have any, rainbow in it? Oh, it doesn't have a rainbow in it? Or you didn't hire a black person for this job? Or, I mean, think about it. I don't care if you make beer. I don't care. But just buy my beer. I don't care. Buy my beer. I don't care.
It makes a difference, brother. And like what you were saying and what Kev was saying earlier, Trump, they act like the tariff word is something new. Trump had been issuing tariffs, and to what Andre was saying earlier, where about the UK, he made China buy our farm products, our ag. He made them buy it.
The best thing that
he made them buy it.
Yeah, the best thing that Trump did, where you don't realize it saved the United States more than anything. When Trump said he was going to pull us out of NATO, now it was all a ploy, and you know why. But after he said that, immediately all the other companies increased their military budget by like 500%. So now we ain't paying. Think about if he didn't do that a couple years ago. Imagine how much money we would be spending to Ukraine. We would be funding all of that. Other countries had to increase their military spending by like 5%. Japan did 400% this last year. 400% increase.
Hey guys. Hey, Judge Dre. I'm not cutting you out. I'm not being a dick this time. I was the other times. But I want to let y'all know that the dislike count has increased to 7. I have 7 dislikes.
Wow.
Yeah. So, I don't
that
know,
might be a new record, Kev.
Yeah,
you're talking about politics.
So yeah, I'm gonna play 2 videos in commemoration of that. Thank you, and I'm sure the serial disliker from the past is amongst one of those 7 dislikes. So once again, let me, we're talking about political hysteria, so let me play this video for you again, just to get us back on point.
I'm going to get drunk today, and I'm going to act like an angry black fucking woman, because I'm fucking angry! I'm mad! I'm upset! I'm angry as fuck, bro. I'm angry. I'm hurt. My feelings are fucking hurt. We always finish last. We always come fucking last to everybody, even our own fucking men. And you niggas mamas be black. That's crazy. Y'all got black ass daughters. I'm angry as fuck. I'm gonna get drunk.
Look, she got metal. I'm talking. I take her to the scrap yard, dog. She got some edges.
That's how they feel when you walk in the door with this hat on.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. Also for the dislikes, we got to do the traditional one as well.
Now I'm feeling objectified by your male gaze. Damn.
Yeah. All right. So
that's what man. Everybody go out and get you. Do me a favor. Everybody, if you support the show, go out and get you one of these hats, bro.
7.
I already got one of those hats.
Make sure you need 2 of them.
I already got one of those hats.
You need 2.
7 dislikes. That is awesome. But I got 33 likes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kev, you must be doing something right, brother.
Yes, I am doing something right, and I'm doing something left as well, and that's not voting. Hey, speaking of rights and lefts, the Jake Paul Mike Tyson fight.
Horrible. Oh god.
Yeah,
Here we
the
go.
Serrano Taylor fight, the fight between the two women was awesome. That was an awesome fight. They were
Yeah, that was
duking it out.
awesome.
Yeah, it kind of reminded me of the first
Yeah.
Ultimate Fighter finale fight with Forrest Griffin and Stephon Bonner. Rest in peace, Stephon Bonner, by the
That
way.
fight was pretty good. I never seen it, but I heard it was pretty good.
Yeah, it was pretty awesome. But the
It was
Katie
really good,
Taylor,
actually.
Amanda Serrano, I think her name was Amanda Serrano. Yeah, that fight
that
was
fight
pretty
I was
good.
talking about, it was. Yeah, I heard that the female fight was better than the actual fight.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
fight was the fight that Jake Paul and Mike Tyson should have been. But I don't
Yeah.
think Mike Tyson fought at his full strength. Mike Tyson has old man strength right now, so he should have did much better. But Mike Tyson just had a medical issue recently. And
Yeah, he had a
instead
stroke,
of
right?
canceling, say what?
He had a stroke, right?
No.
He had a stroke.
He had an
He lost
ulcer.
it,
I
right?
think he had an ulcer that
His stomach ulcer.
yeah, and it got real
Um,
serious.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Okay.
he had to have some blood transfusions, I think.
Yeah, like Mike Tyson was saying something along the lines that he lost it was somewhere between percent of his blood that he lost.
Yeah, you can't replace blood at that age too. At that age, at that old age, it just takes too much. Or you take too much out of your
Yeah,
body.
like 30 to I'm just saying, I'm not a mathematician, but that sounds like a lot of blood.
Yeah, 30% of the blood. I'll just give an example. They only take like 5% when you do a blood test.
Yeah.
30% is a lot.
Yeah. So everybody's like the fight was boring, that this fight was staged. What I would say is that Mike Tyson is a 58-year-old man. And Jake Paul, you can say all you want that he hasn't gone up against a real boxer or a boxer in their prime that's going at it right now, like Olandir Usyk, I think that's his name, or France.
Alexander Usyk. Yeah.
Alexander Usyk, or somebody like a Anthony Joshua, or I mean, I heard Francis Ngannou talking some shit right now. I mean, I suggest Francis Ngannou go in there and get that Jake Paul money, and they'll tell him to lay down too, just like everybody else.
Exhibition fight like that, right? But look, when the exhibition fight, and if y'all watched it on Netflix, did y'all have any problems with y'all stream?
Yeah, that's what.
It was buffering.
The servers
buffering.
were overtaxed. They even said that. I said that goes to show the servers were overtaxed. Nah.
Yeah, it was. And WWE Monday Night Raw is going to Netflix in January, so they're gonna. I know that like maybe everybody on the panel, everybody are fans of WWE, so I know the gravity of that. And now fans of WWE are concerned, will the same thing happen when Monday Night Raw comes on? Overclocking, and buffering issues. Because I mean the buffering issues disappeared after a while, but I'm pretty much used to watching Monday Night Raw straight through. So I mean,
I was gonna ask you that because I did hear that. I'm not sure if it was Monday Night Raw or just WWE moved to Netflix.
yeah, WWE is gonna stream Monday Night Raw live on Netflix starting January 6th, inauguration day. So they are planning a really big show for it, and they're gonna move all of their content that's on Peacock right now to Netflix. So that's so doing live events and having WWE doing Monday Night Raw and having their pay-per-view, their premium live events appear on Netflix. Yeah, that's why I guess that's why they hiked up Netflix monthly price to $22.99 because I remember the days of Netflix when they were $7.99 a month. Nah, it's $22.99
Wait.
because of Mike Tyson and Jake Paul and all these original
22.99
series in WWE.
Well, let's think about this, Kevin. Because yeah. We gotta think about this, Kevin.
Wait. But like,
Why is
one sec,
hiking?
like, Kev,
Is
one
hiking?
sec, Kev. We got to talk about that price. $22.99.
No, the price is the price. It's from $17 to $20 to watch.
Well, I mean, I'm talking about like the 2008 price was $7.99 a month. That was a 2008.
Well, I'm talking about now. You talking
was
about
$22.99.
What state is that? Where you paying that much?
That was unlimited screens too, Kev. That was unlimited screens, unlimited user instances. You could put that. You can use your shit anywhere. Remember at $7.99.
Yeah. Well, it's in
they up the price over here, but it ain't $22.99. That's why I'm really wondering.
Yeah, they like that. Well, because of certain political policies, we're allowed to price gouge over here in the United States. So we're gonna pay a lot more for our products than everybody else, whose countries treat them like human beings that are not ATM machines.
Don't act like our country like treats us. We get after just as much as y'all do.
Okay.
So $2.99, like you're saying, like after January, or is it like that's how much it is right now?
Is the price changing in Canada?
No, the price is effective right now. Actually.
Wow, that's crazy.
So are you paying $20 to watch Netflix in Canada?
Hell no.
All right, then this is America. No. If you're not paying it, then you're good. If you're paying $8 a month, you should be fine.
Well, I'm saying it's like y'all are like taking a huge L right now.
There is no else because there is no else. That's people who choose to watch stuff on Netflix, but the internet is infinite.
Well, I'm hoping Trump gets the price down to like 15.
No, don't depend on a price going to lower price of people's price gouging up here. If they pay a high price, you know what you do like any other consumer? You go find another store. Or find loopholes.
No, well, I got to stick around a little bit longer because Squid Game season 2 comes out next month. Okay. Then the subsequent release of Super Sale season 2. Plus, I'm a huge WWE fan. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cancel my subscription to Peacock and just take that money and just add it to my Netflix money, and everything will still be even.
Well, Kev, you've been watching Squid Game.
When Super Sales will come out? Part 2.
I don't know. I think they're in pre-production right now, but yeah, it should. I would probably say, I mean, the way them shows come out, probably end of 2025, early 2026.
No, I think
Kev,
summertime. Like they did last.
Kev, you've been watching Squid Games?
Squid Game. Yeah. I've watched season 1. It's been out for like about 2 years now. I mean, Squid Game is a very different concept, but it was pretty good. Like, I'm sure they've done like Game of Death shows before, but Squid Game was pretty unique within itself. It'd be interesting.
Well, actually, like, games kind of came from Alice in Borderlands. If you watch that show.
Okay. No, I haven't seen that.
Alice in Borderlands. Yeah, I watched it. That's where Squid Games copied their shit from there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's a really good show. Like, I suggest you watch it if you haven't seen it. And there's also a new season of that show coming out as well.
Okay. Said what it was called, Alice in Borderline.
Yeah, it's called Alice in Borderlands. But it's the same. It's another like Korean show, but it's like, they play their games and who wins survives type stuff. Yeah, if you haven't seen it, like I really suggest you watch it. Like it's a really good show. Actually, there's 2 seasons. I think there's a 3rd season coming out. But that's where Squid Games got its stuff from.
Okay. Okay. Oh yeah. Speaking of while we're talking about Hollywood and famous stuff, I wanted to bring this up. Denzel Washington. Now, who knows where I'm going with this?
Hey, he got buck broke. I know where you're going.
Yeah.
I heard he has a scene that's not out of his normal jurisdiction.
Okay. Again, do y'all hear each other talking?
No, I don't.
Like you and Andre were just talking at the same time.
I couldn't hear him.
That is difficult for the audience.
I couldn't hear him.
Okay. So, all right. So, Andre, what were you saying? Then Judge Dre.
Yeah, I'm having like connectivity issues right now, so I'm kind of like cutting in and out, like, but I think you were referring to Gladiator, the new Gladiator movie.
Oh yeah, Gladiator 2. Okay, here's what I was referring to. Then Judge Dre got the floor. Yes, they have a scene they cut out of the movie where Denzel Washington full on lip kisses a man.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh?
Yeah. He kissed a man and he said that they were too chicken to keep the scene in.
What?
Yeah,
Wait,
he was like, the people aren't ready for that kind of scene, and it's like, Denzel, like, what the F are you doing? What?
Okay. Number one, let me say two things about that. Number one, there have been kiss scenes by guys. They've tried to force this narrative with teenage boys and certain television shows. I'll give you one example. Chucky, based on the Child's Play movies on USA. But here's the thing with Denzel Washington. Denzel Washington, aside getting shot in the ass and acting all off character on Training Day, Denzel Washington has never done anything like worn a dress or done anything remotely suggesting that his character is a homosexual.
Thank you.
And he has been a sex symbol to black women for the better part of 4 decades.
Damn.
Like seriously, maybe even 4 decades. So for him to do something like that after all of this time, it really is going to destroy his image because he's never been known to do something like that. And he's also signed with the MCU.
What?
He has a major role in the upcoming Black Panther 3.
Oh God.
Yeah. I am sensing shenanigans.
I do want to say something. Do you know that after this movie and probably next one, if he does the MCU, maybe next year or the year after, that Denzel's going to be doing more production. He's going to probably hang up. So if you see him do these roles now, he just knocking these off now, just as because he's retiring from the acting thing.
I don't know.
Oh no, it's confirmed. He's going to retire. You're not going to hear him say it verbally, but you already seen the scenes right now, and I
don't know the reason for it. But here's the thing. Hold up. Denzel Washington's first role was supposed to be a superhero, but he turned it down for Cry Freedom. Cry Freedom, he's playing the activist, South African activist Stephen Biko. Set the tone for his career. If he had played that superhero, we probably wouldn't know him as the Denzel Washington of today. It would probably been one of them old B-rate, like B-list television show actors that appears as the comic relief in a white television show. But instead, because he was in Cry Freedom, he's Denzel Washington.
Yep.
Now, Denzel Washington has never, ever played any type of homosexual. In fact, about 3 or 4 years ago, he turned down the MCU because they wanted him to play a woke role.
Wow.
Yeah. So now we hear about Denzel kissing a man, and it gives heed to the statement that no black man, and I think Eddie Griffin said this, no black man leaves Hollywood clean.
No, it was Kevin. It was Kevin.
Well, this is kind of like
what's his name? Cat Williams.
Okay.
Everybody gotta wear that dress.
Well, it was Cat Williams that said it.
Oh, it was Cat Williams.
Yeah,
okay,
Cat
I think
Williams.
Cat Williams must have also said it.
That was sorry, not California. That was the thought I was talking about. Like, yeah, that's
Well, yeah, I was gonna say that I'm hoping that if he took that case to go out and do that, as you see, it was either he's trying to start a music company and they paid him big time, and then he just said, "Well, look, I'll go ahead and bite the bullet." Because sometimes you take an L. It's like certain people take an L so that something else can grow from it. Like think about like us in the beginning. Like we, us coming out talking in the beginning took an L for the manosphere to be here.
my bad. All right.
So I mean, I think I'm hoping that he's starting the production company because I heard about that too, and I'm hoping
he already has
you need to do so. Hey, there you go, Chaos Rank.
All right.
So what you're saying is he's gonna take a gay movie role just to start a production company?
I mean, sometimes I'm hoping that that's the only reason why. If he did that, I'm like, even though unfortunately, I just said it's like somebody said, would you take an L for your son to prosper? Most people would. I mean, and then when you say, well, I am an actor, it's like, well, look, somebody say, hey, this extra 30 million can help me, get this company off the ground, and I'm gonna go ahead and take that.
And that's why. And that's exactly why. And that's exactly why companies like BlackRock need to be shut down.
Right. Because that's exactly right. That's why I said I think that sometimes you say I took this L so that I can get something else.
BlackRock? What's that? Who's BlackRock?
Oh my, that's not people, dude.
BlackRock is a consulting firm. Is a consulting firm that I guess they got a lot of money because what they do is they pay certain entities to put certain elements in their television and film. Like, when you hear somebody checking, like when they talk about checking off boxes, there's a lot of films that get paid to put certain things in movies and films. Like, checking off a box. You got a gay person, or you got a gay couple, or you got an incel in there somewhere, or you got some kind of strong archetype alpha masculine woman in there that is insufferable as hell.
Black guy.
You got a Mary Sue type or something like that.
So
and I'm sure that's not all that BlackRock is involved in.
But they're investment group and basically.
So they're definitely dealing with real estate. They're running the prices up in a lot of these neighborhoods where only they can.
Well, that's Black. I believe that's Blackstone. It might be BlackRock too, but Blackstone, I believe is.
They're both doing it. And to what y'all guys are saying, every checkbox that they check is money. They pay you for the check boxes. So like you said, they can stack them check boxes. So we got a gay character, we got a male kiss, we got a strong alpha female, the incel or the crazy person where the man just looks dumb.
22 trillion. Yeah. 22. That's a crazy amount of money.
Well, and what's
2 trillion?
It's not really their money; it's your money. That's what you really think about it. They manage your money, their money.
Yeah,
your money.
Well, Judge Ray that was talking about, like, I think that was Judge Ray that was talking.
Yes, it was me.
It's like, like they might have got him started, but like, what is going to be the name? It's going to be Booty Hole Productions.
No, but well, basically, I'll say this: it's to like say you it's taking one for the team, and like
no, take one for the team, man.
Well, bro, here, wait a minute. You sitting up here talking about people.
Wait a minute.
No, wait. Before you cut me off, because remember I was next. Before you talk about taking one for the team, ask everybody on that Diddy list, all them young stars, they took one for the team so they could get.
No.
I mean, because that's really what they did.
No. What are you doing?
Hey, I'm looking at BlackRock's website right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The BlackRock Bulletin. First thing I see is Trump election win signals big U.S. policy shift.
No shit, right? Because they about to literally. Well, this is the thing. They're going to get down within 2.5 years. You're going to see them out because of insider trading. Because this is the problem. They own too much stock in the what's the other company? BlackRock and the other one that's they mirror image. It's like me and you, Kevin. When I was doing that analogy, it's like say I own 60% of your shit and you own 60% of my shit.
Well, Kev, I think that needs. So, like, if you're a guy like Denzel, and If you're a guy like Denzel, and all you had to do was take one for the team, you caught that real other one.
Yeah, they're gonna break that up because it's insider trading. You know, it's basically like saying me and you, Kev, get together, and we say,
Nah, Judge Ray. You were talking about taking one for the team. We got to talk about that.
But no. I mean, well, here's the question. Though. If you sit up here and talk all this shit crap right now, think about it. You're an actor, and you say that. Wait a minute. Like, look how you living now. Think about how you living now. Somebody say, well, you can make $50 million a year, but I need you to have a gay scene in the movie. Think about how many people would turn that down.
It seems they're probably not very many, but it seems like once they do that, then they just flip completely. It just become a bust down for Hollywood.
But this,
let me give you an example.
Hollywood is full of those type of people. You realize?
Let me give you an example.
Hollywood is that way.
Let me give you an example. Brian Tyree Henry.
Oh,
yeah. They like from Paperboy. I mean, he was Paperboy on Atlanta, that show with Donald Glover. Then he played in various other films, but I saw a recent interview with him. I mean, you know, he was the one that in Eternals that, you know, that was a movie that made everybody start turning away from the MCU. And the big scene was like they focused on the kissing scene with him and his husband in the movie. But I saw an interview with him recently. Look, let me tell you something. And you know, we used to use this as a joke back in the day. And I'm gonna say no Diddy before I say this joke.
Yeah.
Okay, Brian Tyree Henry. He may not suck dick, but he'll hold one in his mouth till the swelling goes down.
Yeah.
This is how sweet this guy is. I mean, this guy is sweet as fucking sugar. Like you can combine all the sweet tea in America, it would still not be as sweet as Brian Tyree Henry.
Well,
it is so disappointing. He was broken.
But this is one thing I want to say something about that on the gay issue. I said one thing that we've noticed in psychology.
Okay, again, Andre and Judge Dre are talking at the same time.
But he's so low, I can't hear him.
Well, this
man, you go first. I'll go afterwards.
Well, Kev, just so you know,
can you
like
fix
brother,
your mic?
Like brother Roger was saying, like we got to stop saying no Diddy and we got to start saying no Epstein.
No Epstein.
No
Epstein because you know we so focused on the black guy.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I do still believe that everyone should be fully accountable. I know black men, you know, we get a bad rap, you know, for nothing in a lot of instances. I mean, you know, sometimes we take accountability for black guys that stay in another state for some reason. But if there's a level of accountability that Sean Combs has to face, then, you know, it's really pouring baby oil all over everybody.
Okay, now this is what I wanted to say on that.
And I get it, but go ahead.
Okay, this is what I wanted to say.
I've been following up on this like stuff because apparently like dudes been like fighting each other like over who gets to like make his bed.
No. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that's what's going on. Like dudes are fighting each other over who gets to make his bed.
No.
Now, this is one thing I wanted to say about that whole issue, and one of the things that people don't fail to realize on a bigger grand scheme level, the LGBT rainbow movement is basically just an addiction. It's not really. It's more than that, and that's the reason why. If you notice how some of these stars to do that, and they'll get into that life, and then all of a sudden they just go gung ho. It's something that you could be addicted to, and they said it is psychologically. You know, and that's the reason why they wanted to stop that with children, because they were saying that if you ever notice, it was not too many, and now you see that their numbers have just exploded because it's like you can do whatever you want. There's no rules, no boundaries, no this. And when you start telling people that, it unlocks a part of serotonin they were saying in the brain that really just screws people up, because it's like you tell them no boundaries, no rules.
then everything goes out the window. And that basically it's a way to end structure. That's why it's really highly pushed in the United States, where in no other countries they're not doing it. Like you see, even Africa say, "Hey man, this is Africa. We don't do that crap here."
Yeah. That's
It's
why
a form
they.
of a drug. Like literally, they said it's just got like the same dopamine hit as dope.
Yeah, that's why they took like prayer out of the school because if you make what people are ashamed of your doctrine, then people will be easier to control. Well, not so much control, but I mean it'll give them a code. It will give them a
code of conduct.
Yeah, it'll give them a code of conduct.
And that's the reason why they took it out, because they said, wait a minute, that gives a structure and all like that. Like if you ever notice, the beautiful thing about them being so accepted to all these rules, and I can be a giraffe and I can be a tree tomorrow and you can't do nothing. It creates divisions, but it creates a role as by us all being different. And I want to be a tree, you want to be a cat, I want to be a leaf. That we're all together we're all crazy. So basically, anytime hey, look, y'all need to stop doing that. Oh my gosh, you're against the norm. We can be whatever we want. And you realize that's society's downfall. That's how you destroy a country. No, listen, that's how you destroy a country from within without invading or fighting or shot. You kill the young people, and that's exactly what they've done. Go ahead.
So,
go ahead, Andre. 420. Go ahead.
So Judge Ray, like, hope that I have is that, have you heard what's been going on recently?
I can barely hear you. You said, have I heard what?
Have you heard what's been going on recently about like the children in elementary school, basically where they could identify dogs in school?
Yeah, they can identify as anything, or the new rule is this. The one thing that I think that too that was pushing on us, because that push is that they are allowed to identify as something else, or they can keep a secret from their parents, which is a bad thing too.
No, that's not the problem. That's not the problem. That's been going on for a while, right?
Yeah.
But I heard with that, wait. Like, let me finish. Like, I heard that kids can identify as cats and dogs, especially the ones that identify as cats. Apparently, like, cats and dogs, but especially cats is like, they're allowed, like, basically they're allowed to like meow and bark.
Yeah.
Cool.
Basically, what you're doing is you're making crazy. I'm gonna tell you the whole scam with that is more than.
Let me. They have litter boxes for like the people that identify as cats.
Well, of course, it's a reason.
Yeah. If I were a child and I was just acting out against whatever my parents were trying to teach me that will one day do me some good in my life.
No,
I don't know if I would ever consider shitting in a litter box.
but
even at 7 and 8 years old.
Okay.
Oh man. I mean, like, and then what about the kids that identify as dogs? Dogs go to the bathroom anywhere they want.
All right. But this is the whole catch of this. This is the whole catch of the whole thing when it comes to that. Basically, and this is one of the things where they said about they're going to make it where pharmaceutical companies can't do this. Basically, what you're trying to do is you're trying to tell people they can do whatever you want. And this is the problem. People say, yeah, you can do whatever you want. But what happens is eventually these people calm down and want to live a normal life. Because that chaotic stuff is fun in the beginning. But then,
it's kind of hard to live a normal life after you
listen. Right. You try to go to a normal life, and what happens? You're fucked up in the head, so you need meds for life. And that's what the whole goal is. And they were saying that you're trying to think about this. I'm trying to create a group of people who are always going to need my product. That's the whole game. That's the reason why they said they wanted to stop the drug company from being involved in any of that, because they said, wait a minute, these people are just trying to get another group up. Think about it. I got this person going to be taking this drug every month for the rest of their life. I mean, I just created a customer right there by putting into, hey, yeah, you can be a cat when you're little. because I just created a customer that's going to be paying me for 30 years. I mean, that's the beauty of having people like Vivek and Elon. You know what I mean? In that, you're gonna stop all that shit.
Why did you throw Elon into the mix? Like,
Well,
he ain't
Elon
big
because this is why you throw Elon into this, because he cares about this is the thing. He doesn't care about money. He cares about the greatest of the human race. And there are certain things that will destroy like no structure, destroy humans. No structure, no wanting the future, no dreaming about tomorrow. That destroys humans.
Yeah, you got lost in on that one.
Well, maybe because you don't realize. Like, remember, he said, you think about it. The man spent $44 billion just to keep free speech open. Let alone let this. This guy is. What is he trying to do? He's trying to build rocket ships to go to Mars. That's his main goal. Not to get. He's like, look, well, I'm paying for it with that, but the main goal is to get to Mars.
You must not understand why. You must not understand why he wants free speech.
You need free speech.
Have you heard about like his? Well, have you?
Are we talking about free speech right now?
Well, he was talking about free speech. He brought up Elon Musk, and I was wondering why he's talking about free speech. And I was like, do you know why like he cares about free speech?
Yeah, because the free speech is what made our country what it is. Period. It's the main rule of the country. Number one.
No. Like Elon's what used to be his son, like ended up going into like that LGBT territory. Part of why like he bought Twitter / X in the first place, because he was trying to counter that narrative.
Right. The woke movement took his son.
What are we talking about?
The woke movement took his son. His son flipped
what are
over.
we talking about?
Right. That's what I'm saying. So
what are we talking about?
But I'm just saying, you got to know that. Why did you bring up Elon? Because this is the thing. You need free speech to go against the rules that they have in place. Because when you have an unstructured, listen, you got an unstructured environment.
Elon Musk has a transgender son. Well,
yes, he has a transgender son.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's what
you need free speech. Look. But what I'm trying to say.
You understand this part? Wait. Right. Hold on a second, Judge. Like part of the reason why Elon bought X Twitter / X had the transgender son, because he felt that like his son was influenced by these outside people and like all the stuff that what used to be his son. Wait, hold up. Like all the stuff that would have stopped like what used to be his son from heading in that direction.
No structure. No structure.
Because he actually bought Twitter at a loss. He's losing money. We know that. Like having Twitter X and that.
But here's the question. That shows you why. Think about this: if the richest man in the world will spend $44 billion just to think about it, that's a man standing up for other humans. Richest man in the world will spend $44 billion just so another man doesn't have to worry about his son going down that wrong road. He realized he realized that this woke agenda and all this, you can be a cat, rabbit, giraffe, and all that, that's destroying the human race. It destroyed his kid. You know, and that's the reason why he said. And he said, I lost him. It's not that he realized that his son changed. And his son changed to be a different type of person he was. Not saying that he's totally against him turning on. I don't care about the physical thing, but he saw his son change. And I had a son that changed. He didn't change over to that, but he changed from being a good boy to a bad boy. And I can only imagine what it would be if he changed from being a good boy to the opposite true sex. But I remember you heard me talk about it like that when my son changed. So imagine what it would be if your son changed to the opposite sex, and you were one of the richest dudes in the world who can buy him anything.
Wait. Hold on. We got to talk about that. You said your son went that way too?
No, I said he went from a good boy to bad boy. He didn't go to good boy to girl. But I said, and think about it. We've talked about. I've brought that up too many times. That my son went from good boy to bad boy.
and he loved that life.
Well, I thought you meant your son
went from
went from boy to girl. Like,
no, but he went to think about it. His son got into my son got into the life of doing bad things and all like this stuff, to where that was fun to him. It was like that no structure right. The no structure thing is a drug. It gets endorphins where he has structure and stuff. Once you don't have it, it's like they said, the best new drug, better than all of them, is the woke shit, where it's like you can be whatever you want. Nobody can tell you nothing. They can't no shame. And then what happens is, after you go through that stage and you get older in life, you realize, oh God, shame comes back. It was only temporarily. Like, think about me, like with my kids. Shame comes back when they say, that nigga got 4 kids by 4 baby mamas. And I say, yeah, man, it hurts when you sit up here and say, God damn, man, they brought raising them kids, no structure. Just say, yeah, man, that's really fucked up. And that's when it comes back and the stress comes back on you all. So then what do? You turn to the pharmaceuticals to get drugs to make it through the day. And that's exactly what they're using that for.
Well, you don't have 4 kids by 4 different baby mamas.
Yes, I do. Everybody knows that, but yes. But I mean, imagine if you were going around calling yourself a cat and doing everything, having sex with 50,000 other mother lovers. I mean, imagine, like, your life is going to follow you around for life. The internet's not, you got the internet, that stuff didn't go away.
It never will.
Right.
It's
So,
like freaking videotapes.
Right. I mean, then you got to think about it. You on Diddy's videotapes and all like that. Like, you even see Justin Bieber and all them people who got away from that life. You can see that it damaged it.
Nah, my nigga, we ain't talking about just talking about, like, you said you got like 4 kids and 4 different baby mamas. Like,
yes, we do know that.
That's crazy work to me.
With no offense, like I tell people all the time, that young kid is gone. This old man is all that's here. I told them, but it imagine, like, I think about the stress I go through with that. Imagine if you were like, hey man, I'm a dog, I'm a cat, I'm licking the floor, I mean, like, imagine living that type of life and then getting back normal. I mean, you definitely gonna be on drugs. You definitely gonna be drinking every day. You definitely gonna be doing something. You just open yourself up for other roads or addiction or a life that's gonna be difficult.
I know about all that, fam. Like that.
Sure. Hey, bro. Somebody gonna win. You're gonna be a smoker. You're gonna be a drinker. You're gonna be on drugs. You're gonna be fucked up in the head when you need psychiatrist. Somebody in one of them fields is gonna win. Basically, you create more loyal customers. Just like when we were younger, remember, it was a big drop off in smoking. Because remember, back then, the only thing that was really smoking was really bad. It was a lot of people in the younger generation under our parents that didn't smoke. But then, after all that stuff went back, you notice now more people like, damn it, everybody smoke. Like all the young kids, damn it, everybody smoke, vape, something. I mean, you created a whole group of demographic of customers. Either, hey, if they ain't buying cigarettes from me, they buying dope from my boy. Or if they're not buying dope from my boy, they buying medication over here. If they're not buying medication over here, they buying these weird clothes. I mean, something out of the norm. You're creating another form of income stream for somebody out there on one of them addictions, whatever it is.
After Judge Drake speaks, I'm about to wrap this up.
I'm done.
Okay. Like final statements. Anybody?
Working on that. Have you noticed that? I don't go on no diatribes no more.
Word. All right. Final statements, gentlemen.
I'm good.
Yeah.
All right. Shatter.
It's good, man. All I want to say is, hey, the hysteria is real. Hey, I'm gonna have my Thanksgiving. Then I got 2 smoked turkeys. It ain't for Thanksgiving. It's thanks me. Because I'll provide for these high food prices. So I'm going to eat that. Hey, you want to come through and get you some? Or you can stay over there with that dry turkey and all that dry talking, and y'all can stay over there with that. And I'll leave it at that.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Anyone else? Then I'm going to do my final statement. And then I'm out.
Well, I'll hop in real quick. So Shatter. FedEx, I'll take a piece of that turkey on FedEx. And for Judge Dre, I'm going to give you honorary boomer status.
Well, I'm gonna say this is one thing I changed my mind. I do want to say something. I said, look, I just want to say, just from Judge Dre, help piss off the women's status. Get yourself one of these hats, and that's what it is. Piss them off without saying a word. Just smile as you walk by.
Okay. All right. So, if you are suffering from, the political hysteria of the 2024 presidential election, or even what a lot of people like, what they like to say it is Trump derangement syndrome, which mostly that's what it is. If you've been listening to the mainstream media, I got some good news for people who ain't about that bullshit. People are losing trust in the mainstream legacy media. So what I was trying to say earlier was that this is a golden opportunity for you, black man, who does podcast and YouTube live streams. You have a chance to make your voice a very powerful one. And thank the political hysteria for that. And even what Judge Dre said earlier, thank you, Barack Obama, for waking some black men up. So that's it. For me, it's not that serious. You got people telling you don't have to spend the holidays with your family. Sometimes, family can be kind of annoying and you have to take a break from them. Or some of us ain't got relationships with our family, but for professionals, for the mainstream media, especially for the side that's supposed to be fostering unity, that's why it's hard to trust individuals these days, and that's why it's hard to trust anything these days, actually. So just for what it's worth, go with your hearts, go with your gut feeling. You don't have to have some type of multi-million-dollar entity telling you how to live your life, because 95 to 100% of the time they're wrong anyway. So I'm glad this political season did not make me hysterical, not make me crazy toward people, but is some crazy people out there that it created. So just be careful out there. And if you run into one of these crazy people, just walk the other way. They'll probably just talk your ear off, or annoy you to fucking death. And I would hate for you to be in the waiting room to be judged and say, "Hey, what did you die from?" I died from getting hit by a train. What did you die from? I died in a car accident. Well, what did you die from? Some crazed liberal was annoying me and I died because I was annoyed to death. That would be quite embarrassing and very easily avoidable. So,
Kev, if you don't mind, like, just to repeat, the show Supercell and also the Cross, like, these are black made shows, all black people involved. If you're really about that stuff, like, check these shows out, man. Please do. Please check it out.
okay, absolutely. And that is it for myself. And signing off on behalf of the panelists and all of you in that live chat. I really appreciate that. And all of those dislikes, you don't know how much I appreciate that as well. So long live the habitual line steppers. Till the next time, folks. Peace out.